soothing sounds of Rice Krispies treats in your ear or something.
Oh, no.
This is the sound of your blood pressure decreasing.
God, Glenn.
Sam Riegel, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad.
I love that guy so much.
But it was so funny. I had actual work to do and wasn't watching when it was live last week. But I hopped on Tumblr to be like, what's going on Critical Role? Like, how are things going? And I got on Tumblr at the wrong time because it was during the break, and the entire feed was just people complaining about the ASMR ad. I got no useful information.
Did you see the episode where Sam literally like walked through the whole fucking studio?
Yeah, that was fun. I like that.
It was like, come back, and he's like, no, I gotta figure out where this noise is coming from.
Was this in which campaign was this in?
3.
Oh, okay. I've
this is
okay.
Very recently.
Very
like
recent.
1
okay.
or 2 episodes ago.
Okay. I was watching the 3rd campaign for a while until I decided that I wanted to go back and watch the 1st campaign because I had never seen it, and so right now I haven't been watching campaign 3 since then, so I'm way behind on campaign 3. The last thing I remember was, God, it was a while ago. It must have been when what's her name? Who does Ashley play?
Oh, Fern.
Fern, right. When Fern met her mom in the kind of apocalyptic city. It was a long time ago, and like they were on these like kind of.
A long time ago.
Yeah,
everything has changed.
Yeah,
things have gotten really intense.
Well, I bet they always do. Yeah, in the first, I'm past halfway done with campaign 1 now. I'm on like episode 70, I want to say.
Nice.
I'm still like in the late 20s because I watch too much D&D and I don't have time to watch D&D.
It's interesting too because I watched campaign 2 first. And
I did too. It's so good.
And then I started to watch 3, and then I went back to 1, and it's interesting seeing where they came from at that point because the quality of the videos was way different in campaign 1 when they were just starting out. Like they had audio trouble forever.
The first few you really got to struggle.
You really had to struggle through. The audio is awful. But they eventually did figure it out.
And like they're so intensely professional in their like their production value now. It's great.
Yeah, and plus in campaign 1 they were with Geek and Sundry. I think they are their own thing now, aren't they? Yeah, they're not with Geek and Sundry anymore. They're just
they broke in 2018 when they started campaign
2. Yeah, made sense.
Yeah, and like campaign 1 as well had been like, I think, converted from 4E to Pathfinder to 5E.
Yes, yeah. Originally,
so
they were playing privately.
It got a little messy mechanically for them, I think.
Yeah, like Taliesin was playing a character that doesn't, a class that doesn't exist in D&D.
Yeah,
he was some sort of.
They made it.
It was some sort of gunslinger.
He was gunslinger.
Yeah, it was like some sort of gunslinger, and Matt had to homebrew like a gunslinger type of thing for that. But
But I mean, honestly, Taliesin's characters are just like, what bizarre thing is Matt gonna homebrew for him this time?
Yeah,
he never plays anything out of the box.
Yeah, that's true. Taliesin is always original. Right. Well, let's see.
Welcome to Critical Role Discussion Corner.
Yay!
I just got a question for Sarah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At 6:03 p.m., did you roll a D100?
I did.
Did you get a 100?
I did.
What? Why did you roll a D100?
I rolled like 5, and then she popped in and was like, I'll do 1 too, and boom, like right off the bat.
I came in and I'm like, Glenn, why are you just rolling D100s? He's like, oh no, it's a dice rolling time. I'm like, okay, 100.
It's dice rolling time.
It's fine. I've wasted it though. It's going to be my only good roll tonight.
That's so sad. You wasted I don't even know what to call that. An epic crit or otherworldly crit.
1/10 of the way to a 1/3 1,000 on the rod.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Okay. Well,
Do we have 1,000? I feel like we have it.
you've rolled 1,000 before.
That's the wipe the field one.
That's yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, I don't want.
It does wipe the field. Yeah.
Oh, not of us?
No, the
Of
bad
just
guys.
everything else?
The bad guys.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
The heavens
fine.
open and angels come down and kill everyone except for the good guys. It's like Raiders of the Lost
Oh.
Ark.
Yeah.
Let's do that in the final battle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's roll 1,000 on the moon.
Yeah.
That would be fucking unbelievable.
Do you remember when that happened, JD?
Yeah, well, sort of. I don't
It
remember
was-
the combat, but I remember it was.
Yeah, what was her name?
Yeah.
That player's
Kelly's last session.
Yeah, her last
It
session.
was Kelly's last session with us, and she decided to use the rod
Yeah,
because her character had
she
like
didn't-
really never been using it at all.
Exactly.
And then the first time she used it, like 1,000. It's like, what? Where did that come
See?
from?
See, Glenn, this is what could happen if you let Lloyd use.
Yeah, it was pretty
my
ridiculous. Okay, well, let's see. Let me just toss on some. Is this? No. Stop. Go.
It's like when one of those people buys like a lottery ticket for the first time, and they hit the jackpot.
Yeah. Pretty much. It's. I mean, the lottery would probably be far crazier odds than 1 in 1,000, but still,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. Right. Well, and let's see. Last time in our game, after the demons in the tunnels had been defeated, the party decided to go running around town, accomplishing various goals. If I remember correctly, let's see. Jaez had a discussion with Lord O'Driscoll concerning what the demons/giants' goals might have been, which was not really well answered. Only thing gained was that the Pit Fiend had some way of ritualistically communicating with the leader, Shinsha Khan. It was apparently in the undersea temple of Sidrephenos. And that they were expecting to hear back from them within 2 days. And if 2 days had went by and no word was given, that this Marilith that you talked to said that she did not know how the Khan would take that. She didn't know the disposition of the Khan, whether or not he would just attack or whether he would play it cautious or what. She doesn't know what's going to happen. She just knows that they were supposed to check in 2 days, give their report about what they had been up to, what did they discover, and whatnot. The interrogation was cut short when Sturge used the rod on
Sorry.
the on the Marilith as it was being tortured by Jaez, which produced a loud sonic bell ringing inside of its head, causing her to bleed out of many orifices on her face and die, just right then and there. So yes, that happened. Then some of you went in other directions. Let's see. Beni was given a book by Sturge, a ritual book that he woke up with after a dream concerning Ayun, and he was going to learn
really?
So you
What?
the time before last.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the time before last, you had a dream.
Oh, Benny's been trying to study this book for.
Yeah,
Whatever.
he was in the
Yeah.
process of trying to learn the locate creature ritual, but that was kind of interrupted by the battle with the demons. And as far as I know, did Benny's character go back to the inn and continue his reading?
Yes, that was correct.
That was okay.
And he got interrupted.
And he got interrupted several more times by several more people
Likely.
asking him lots of questions about different things. Within the loot of the battle, there were a number of adamantine swords that were taken from the Marilith. There was a mace of soul binding that was taken from the corpse of the Pit Fiend, as well as a necklace containing 8 metallic
yeah.
soul totems, 3 of which had souls within them. Sturge released these souls using a little bit of radiant magic, 2 of which escaped to the afterlife, and a third which lingered behind, revealing itself to had been entrapped within this soul totem for this unthinkable amount of time. And to express its gratitude to its freer, whoever released it, it asked if it would allow to serve or to repay the kindness or repay this debt that it felt that it owed. And Sturge, who had been the one to release it, agreed. And in its last moments before it lost its, being, before being reincarnated, it whispered its name to Sturge, which was Miquihua, and mentioned that it would not be able to remember this conversation, so you must speak my name, and that's as far as you know, because then the spirit faded and reformed itself into an egg. So at that point, nobody really knew what it was until Beni pointed out. It's like, oh yeah, that's a coatl egg. I've always wanted to try one. Something like that. I don't know if Beni actually said that or if I said that. And in any case, so yes, there is now a coatl egg that is, if I'm not mistaken, in one of Sturge's gloves of storing. That is due to...
No, it's in our shared pouch because we
Yeah.
put it in there instead of the rod.
That's right.
I
Because
see.
I'm a little bit insane.
Right.
So-
Given that Sturge is starting to feel the effects of the rod, I believe Rain was going to go off and search for... Oh yes, you asked Beni if he knew how to cure afflictions of that nature. And
Yep.
so, hang on. Your camera keeps cutting in and out, Sarah. I don't know if it's me or you, or does my camera...
Oh, me? Let me refresh.
Okay.
I've been seeing yours just fine.
Yeah.
Really?
Last
Oh,
week,
maybe it's not me.
Sarah was in and out a bit, but this week it's fine.
Yeah, right now you're just like flashing on and off. It's just like refreshing,
Oh dear.
refreshing.
It's
It was like that last week.
Regardless, I'll reset it and see if it
Yeah,
helps.
I mean your audio is fine. I hear you just fine.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems to be the camera. Oh, there it
Yeah,
goes.
I'll give it a quick refresh.
Yeah, that seemed to do. Oh, well, never mind. Let's see. What else was going on? Sturge, I'm not sure what Sturge was doing.
I'm a little insane.
You're a little insane, and you mentioned you were gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go find the temple.
Yeah, I think I might.
Oh, the
I
one
forgot
underwater.
about
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm
Said
back.
something. Said something. Alrighty. Yeah. So that's what happened. So Rain went to Benny's room and interrupted him and said like, "Hey, I don't suppose you know how to cure people of afflictions like craziness, insanity?" And he says, "I don't think so." And she's like,
Oh,
"Okay,
we're gonna wanna."
see you later." So then you're thinking maybe to go out into the town and see if you could locate such a ritual or something that he could learn. Another one.
Which is right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah,
as
totally. That's
a-
totally something
Yeah,
that
as
Ray
like
knows
a
about.
divine spellcaster, so it should be no problem. I'm
I-
great with people. Like,
Lloyd, I think, you were going to, I think, try and tell your neighbors or people to get out of town. That was a little bit
Yes.
vague, but we'll get to that. And Jaez, what was Jaez gonna do? Oh, there she is.
He honestly might just be staying behind to look for his sister and everybody, since they've been gone for a while before they even got there.
Okay. Right. So, and there was the one other thing. Lloyd went to Draftmore, and him and his wife spent a brief moment talking with Dean Ovan, who's like the headmaster of the school/guild, and kind of got a little bit of information from him concerning what Callista, Vashti, and Ardyn might have been up to. They apparently had requested to do a bit of research on some sort of black fruit because it produced never before seen results. He said that they were not allowed to do it because they were under strict orders from the crown to produce nothing but healing potions for the war. So they apparently took matters into their own hands and have gone off and to do God knows what. So that is, I think, everything to be caught up on. So let's go ahead and get started. So who's doing what? Who wants to take an initiative here and get things rolling?
My thing's kind of background, but like after that, I feel like I should tell Jaez because it includes not only my daughter but his sister.
Sister, yeah.
Yeah, that's background stuff.
Okay, well, I mean, all of this will be there's like everybody will have their own thing that they're doing in town. Yeah. So everybody's kind of has their own goals and is doing their own things, and everybody is aware that within 2 days, probably something's going to happen. I'm not sure what, but yeah, there's a large possibility of some attack coming in the next 2 days. So there's that as well. This is kind of overlooming situation.
So we know that Beni's studying this thing.
Right.
For that purpose, right?
Yeah.
So we should meet up when he's finished studying. I don't know. 'Cause it seems like we're all going our own ways.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is kind of the situation, at least.
Well, everybody's trying to get things done for
Yeah.
different reasons. Well, let's go ahead and start with Lloyd then. So
Okay.
so you guys were at the point where you and Vega had just left Draftmore, and as you're exiting the gates of Draftmore, what would you like to do?
I feel like we want to evacuate a lot of people. So it's hard to tell if it's time to tell like the authorities to start moving everybody out. Like that might be like a party conversation first, but like we can at least tell like the immediate neighbors of where we live, and then also Vega needs to pack as well.
Okay.
So back in the home direction.
Okay. So I suppose what we could do is let's see. Can you make a let's just say you're going around your immediate neighborhood and starting to tell people. Like how do you go about telling them? Just give me
calmly.
Calmly. Okay.
He'll probably, the way he'll bring it up is he'll probably like, he doesn't want to spend too much time because time is of the essence right now, but he'll probably start off with like hey, nice to see you again, blah, 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 like reintroduce stuff and like make
I'm
like,
still alive.
yeah, make a small amount of small talk and then be like, well, I also have some unfortunate news to bring to you, which is that basically this place is about to become a war zone and that there's enough time for you to get all your stuff and get all your family and leave. So it's not super panic mode, but you should do something about it as soon as possible.
Got it. Okay. Roll a diplomacy check to see.
Okay. Diplomacy check. Do. That is here.
$22. Let's see. Okay, well, as you're going around your neighborhood, you are relaying the fact that the place is about to become a war zone, which seems to be the main thing that people are picking up on. And despite your efforts to try and keep people calm, it's starting to cause a little bit of a panic. Like, you see some neighbors, you told one neighbor, and one neighbor goes inside and like tells her family, and you hear some commotion in the back. And then you go to the next house and start telling the next house, and you kind of look over your shoulder and notice that the first neighbor is going across the street and like telling other people, and before you know it, there's quite a few people kind of like running around in the streets, kind of knocking on doors and such. um, so it's not going as smoothly as you, or calmly as you had anticipated, and it seems like it started a little bit of a commotion going on here. So
At least they're not like
Yeah, they're not just
harming
yeah,
anybody.
Armin.
yeah.
They're not trampling over each other to get out.
It does attract the attention of one of the local guards, who kind of comes over to some of the people running around, and he you can't hear what he's saying to them, but they have a short commotion, and there's this woman wearing like a farmer's who you don't recognize, but nonetheless she just like nods her head and she's saying something and says, and then she just kind of like points over to where you are, and then she goes about her business, and then you see the guard walking your way. So
Howdy.
so a guard kind of jogs up to you, and he kind of like leans in. He's just like, are you the one who's causing this trouble? Like,
I'm gonna lead with, I'm so sorry about that. I am not the most charismatic person around, but I figured I'd be able to do this with a little bit more, less intense than it became. But I feel like this is a good opportunity to have you relay this to someone who could do a better job.
he says like, we already know about it. We were getting organized to let people know and escort them under some other pretense. It's like,
sorry.
It's
Nothing to do about it now.
roll another diplomacy check.
Okay, let's see.
Oh God.
Man.
He
That's
grabs
the
you
thing
by...
is, I'm not bad at this.
Oh,
I have
uh.
a 15 in the skill. I'm
This
just
is me
very
trying to do
unfortunate.
persuasion.
He
Yes.
says...
This is great.
I got a 7 and then a 1.
He grabs you by the arm. He's just like, come with me. Get off the street, you. Do you go with him?
Gonna
I'll
resist
play
it.
along for a little bit, but if we end up getting too distracted, then I'm gonna have to escape.
All right. Well, it looks like it's just like, I'm not gonna have you making any more trouble around here. It's like, we have things handled. You just, oh God. It's like, look what you've done. It's just like you're gonna keep. It's like, you need to stay put. And so it looks like he's taking you to a local like just holding cell jail kind of thing.
I'm gonna sneak away.
All right. Make an escape artist attempt.
Okay.
I mean, the distraction is the panic going around in the village, right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
Nothing to see over here.
What is this thing I'm making? I don't see escape artist.
Oh,
anywhere.
right. Sorry, acrobatics. It's acrobatics in 4E.
Acrobatics? Okay.
Yeah, it's a way to kind of slip out of.
Is that a Pathfinder dude code?
Okay.
Third edition.
Yeah, third edition or even fifth
That's
edition.
an average.
Yeah. Was it third
roll.
edition? Was it third? Maybe it
Yeah,
was
I
third. Maybe it's
think
That
3.5.
was third edition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you just kind of you do one of those things where you use leverage, like you kind of jolt your arm out real quick, which kind of causes his arm to bend in a certain way, and then you just use your full body strength to just kind of do one of these, and it doesn't break his arm, but it breaks his grip on your arm.
Grip.
Yeah, it breaks his grip, and then you just dash for it, and it's like, hey, get back here! It's like,
And as I run off, I'm just gonna like say like I'm not gonna do anything else, but I've got shit that's way more important than this, so bye.
of course he gives chase, so you're gonna have to lose him somehow.
I have a guaranteed natural 20 on stealth, so I think we're okay.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and what's your speed first of all? What's your running speed?
8.
Okay, so within a few moments you gain distance on him far enough to turn a corner or somewhere. At which point I need you to roll your stealth check.
Okay. I have advantage just off the regular. I'll put the mask on.
Old
Give
man.
me a second here. This is stealth.
We start seeing wanted posters. Lloyd.
Wanted for shenanigans.
Okay, 41. Florida man.
It's a Florida man situation.
Okay.
This dude just got like outran by an old man.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so there was 2 rolls there. What's the 2 rolls?
I have advantage.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like I roll twice.
oh, I see. So, all right. So
Oh.
41, and probably he's not gonna see you unless I roll a nat 20. Let's see. Let's see. Where is it? Perception. Yep. So you see him kind of go into the alley that you went into, but you're already like underneath of like an outcropping of roof or something. Like you found like I don't know some thing to climb up onto the roof a little bit, enough to kind of get out of sight, which he's not really thinking about. He's looking more down and behind, like he's checking behind boxes and stuff. He's just like, what the fuck? It's like, damn it. And then you see him run off in another direction, going off somewhere. So you
And I
assume
just,
to
like,
tell
shake
someone
my
else
head.
that there's some
Amateur.
rabble rouser who's like who's causing a ruckus. So
Gonna
that
have to
happened.
Be careful.
You're
I'll have
like-
to wear the hood from
So
now
you're
on.
just kind of left sitting there like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That didn't go as planned. So all right. So what are the rest of you guys doing?
Epic fail.
Did not go as planned.
I got a 7 and then a 1.
You escaped capture by the police.
Yeah.
That's what I'm good at.
Okay. What is Sturge doing?
I want to find out where this temple is.
Okay.
Do I know?
You're not from here, so you don't know where it is. All you know and all you've heard is that it is it's off the coast to the southwest.
But I don't know how far away.
Yeah, you don't know how far. It's to the southwest, not nearby. Like usually you would take a ship to get there. Like a lot of ships pass over it, but it's not like in swimming distance unless you're some sort of aquatic creature.
Okay.
So you know that at least.
That's all we know about it.
Do you want to? I mean, you can ask people and try other
Yeah.
means of finding out about it.
Go down to the docks or whatever.
Okay.
See if anyone knows.
All right. Yeah, you head down to the southern edge of the town, which is all lined with this high cliff wall. like this shale cliff. And sure enough, there's a lot of docks. One of the docks is actually the docks themselves start on top of the cliff and just kind of continue out. The cliff itself is not one of the higher points of the cliffs. It's only about maybe 30, 35 feet from sea level. But still, it's just a straight up off. Other parts of the cliff are much higher than that. But this part's low enough to where they can build some docks off of it, and maybe it's good enough for some larger ships to dock by. And it's known as literally the high docks. So you find this area of the town, and there's a number of sailors, and you see loading and unloading one of the ships. There's a guy who's got a ledger. He's just writing down what people are carrying on. There's some people who look like they're just walking by on the way to some sort of get something to eat, or there's some life here in the city. Even despite how cold it is, there's quite a bit of activity down by the docks. So if you would like to just ask around, what do you ask? You're asking.
Is there a sort of sailory looking guy or
There's
someone?
lots and lots of sailory looking guys.
Hey, sailor. Is there another guy with a parrot on his shoulder? Do I blend right in? All these pirates everywhere.
Surprisingly, or maybe unsurprisingly, not really, because it's a very cold area, and this tropical bird does not fit in here at all.
Is Nimrod cold?
Probably. He doesn't really speak like in
Oh.
intelligence. I mean, he repeats stuff. He doesn't tell you how he feels.
Yeah. I see. I'm too crazy to.
You do see him kind of like do that thing where birds kind of like their feathers all stick up.
He's getting cold. So, who looks like someone that might know, or that sails on the ship?
All right.
So,
Just roll a streetwise check.
yeah, let's do it.
Shouldn't be too difficult.
As long as I can find my character. Here it is.
Got it?
Yep. Not so good at it though.
All right, yeah. So you happen to catch a man with a tri-cornered hat. He's got a weathered look to him. Nice salty beard going on, and he seems to be overseeing a crew of people that are going on and off of this one particular ship, and he's just kind of standing there, not really doing anything other than monitoring people. He seems approachable enough.
Hey, sailor.
It's like, aye.
Do you sail on this ship?
Aye, I be the captain.
Oh, captain.
You looking for passage?
Do you sail to the south?
Well, I mean, everywhere from here is to the south, isn't it? Like,
Oh, is that true?
be a bit more specific.
Have you heard of? Actually, what is the name of that temple? Do we know the name of it? Or
Sidrofrenos.
Sidrofrenos? Have you heard of Sidrofrenos?
Ah, aye, the sunken temple. Ah,
Yes.
lots of ghost stories about that place, but nothing much there, I don't think. Sailed over it a few times.
Oh, really? How far is it?
With good winds, about half a day.
Half a day.
Yeah, if the winds are in favor.
I see.
What do you want there? You want to go to Sidrofrenos?
Yes, I'm very curious about it.
I don't think you're gonna find much down there. How are you gonna get out? Water's pretty damn cold.
I'll knit a sweater. Sorry, I'm a little crazy.
Aye,
I'll
I'd
be
say you are.
I'll be fine, sir.
If you're looking to go to Sidrofrenos, I'm afraid I can't really help you. This one's gonna go to the east.
Oh, Which one goes that way?
Well, I don't know. You'd have to ask around. Different captains are heading in different locations. Try the portmaster. He might know which ships are headed in that direction.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right. So give me another. Give me another streetwise check.
Uh-oh. To find the portmaster. Do I have negatives on my rolls, don't I? Because I'm insane.
You're in possession of the rod, correct?
Yeah.
I looked over. Actually, for everybody's benefit, I uploaded a file regarding the rod's mechanics and craziness and all that kind of stuff. So feel free to browse it if you don't know anything about it, or if you just want a refresher, or I think I put it under the mechanics section.
Yes,
Game.
It is called rod mechanics.
Yeah, rod mechanics.
But I think since I'm level 3 or something.
Yeah, if you're not in the possession of the rod, then you are very distracted in trying to get it back. However, you are in possession of it, so you're currently okay. I took a second look just to confirm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That guy's lucky.
Okay,
right.
Well, that's for the negative thing, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, make another streetwise check. So, ooh, good. Okay, well, despite your kind of disheveled appearance wandering around the port here, you're able to find the portmaster, whose name is Calvin Darrow. So Calvin Darrow is so there's a little smallish size kind of wooden structure that apparently that serves as his office. And there's a window on the side with a glass pane, and it's just a simple placard that says knock for service. Okay. All right. So you see a dwarf. A dwarf actually. Well, actually, he's pretty tall for a dwarf. He might be even half dwarf. You're not sure. It's he's either a very short human or a very tall dwarf. It's hard to tell. But he comes to this kind of orange bearded fellow, and he comes to the window and he slides it open and he says, "Yes." It's you got a ship?
Which ship goes to Citra Frenis?
Goes to? What do you mean goes to? No ship stops at Citra Frenis. It's under the water.
Okay. Which ship goes past Citra Frenis?
Past it? Well,
a lot of them do, or?
Well, hang on.
Is there a ship going that direction?
Let's see.
Sir?
He goes back into the building and he gets some binders, some leather bound binders, and he starts flipping through the pages, looking at looks like routes, ship routes that are commonly used.
Right.
And then he cross-references that with a list of boats that are due to arrive here and then, or whatever. And he says well, it's the Golden Dog is apparently going in that direction, but it's not due to arrive until tomorrow. It's supposed to stop here tomorrow morning, and then sometime in the afternoon it'll depart towards I'm trying to think what the name of that town is. I can't remember. One of my towns that's to the west.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
It swings by Citra Frenis on its way.
Yeah, it'll pass near enough to it, I suppose. That's the closest thing.
Are there any vessels that we could perhaps charter to take us there?
Well, that sort of thing you'd take up with the captain of the vessel themselves directly. Don't really serve as each captain is in charge of their own ship. They only have to just pay the docking fees to me, let us know where they're going and such. But if you want passage on the Golden Dog, then you'll have to talk to the captain of the ship when it gets here. And as I said, probably won't be here until tomorrow morning, so that's the best I can do for you.
Okay, thank you. I guess
Calvin.
Tomorrow, if you if you hear of anyone going there looking to take me, please let me know.
All right, I'll keep an eye out, I suppose.
It's a pleasure talking to a dwarf.
It's like, dwarf?
Yes.
I'm no dwarf. He slams the door shut, slams the window shut.
A chance.
50-50.
I guess we're not going to Sister Francis.
Not on his ship.
Okay.
Okay. I go into town looking for someone to knit a sweater for Nimrod.
Okay. Interesting. All right. That's going to be a little difficult. Make a streetwise check. This is going to be at a difficult DC.
Oh, that was almost a 20.
Almost, but not 20. So you go around looking, talking to people. It's like, hey, do you know where anybody can roll or can knit a sweater for my parrot? And people give you the weirdest looks and start giving you a wide berth after that.
Okay.
So it is unsuccessful entirely. Nobody has doesn't want anything to do with you.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
So,
okay.
my plan is to go back the next day to find the golden dog.
Okay.
So,
All right. So that'll be Sturge for now. Rain, what are you up to?
Yeah. I want to find a temple.
A temple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because our
Specific
former
temple
cleric is the
or-
only person I know who has dealt in this.
Oh, okay. I see. Roll.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
so-
roll a streetwise check.
I would like to let everyone know up front that Streetwise is my worst skill. I'm ready for this.
You're looking for a temple, which is not that difficult. It's going to be an easy DC. When you got
I'm not picky about the god. I don't know a lot about him.
right. You actually made an average level DC with that. So
Hey.
so it's you just simply ask some people. It's like, hey, is there a temple nearby? And a nice woman kind of says, it's like, oh yeah, there's the temple to Arathis. If you go three blocks down that way, there's a few of them around, just little shrines and whatnot. You looking for the main one, or just any
looking
old...
like a big one, maybe a big one.
Oh, the main one. Well, the main one's a little bit farther to the south, towards the docks. I'm sorry, I'm a little busy. I can't really show you where it is, but if you head south, just do you know where the docks are? Is what she says. You don't, but you can
That
kind of get a
seems
gist of which direction.
Easy.
Yeah, it's like, well, just go in that way and you'll see it. It's a fairly large building, dear. It's got a big tower with a bell in it. It looks like a temple. You'll know it when you see it. It's just like
I have
good
to go,
luck,
thank
and
you.
she goes about
Oh,
her.
thanks.
Yeah. So all right, make one more streetwise check, and I'll give you a +4 on this because you already know the general location of where you're going.
Yay.
So a 30 total. Okay. So you stop like somewhere along the way because there's still like tall enough buildings around that kind of blocks your line of sight for looking for tall buildings, but you think you're going in the right direction, and you just double check one more time. You find a little girl who's just kind of looks like she's just playing outside of a house in the garden or something, and you just like she seems approachable enough, but but looks local. Definitely looks local.
Yeah.
She looks at you and is just kind of staring at you. She says, "Hi."
Hey. Big temple that way?
Yeah.
Oh.
You look funny.
You too. Thanks.
She does. She leans over and kind of sniffs like. You smell like mommy.
What?
Is
Is she
your
level
mom a
3 as well?
shifter?
No. What's a shifter?
Oh. Fair. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so you go down the street to the
Is her mom a shepherdess? I don't know.
So you go down the street, and sure enough, another 3 or 4 blocks, and you start to see a steeple peeking out from the tops of other buildings, and there's a bell in it, and you're like, ah, okay, there you go. So you head up to the temple. Fairly simple in construction. It's just a gray stone brick building. Not, I mean, it's well fortified. Like, it's whoever built the structure clearly knew what they were doing with masonry and whatnot, because it's all very clean work, but just not very adorned. It's not like heavily adorned with any decorative items like gargoyles or anything like that. It's just very simple and just functional. But yeah, there's a big set of doors on the front that are open, and you can look inside and you see decent length of like a hall, or what do you call it, the center aisle with pews on either side, and there's a temple, or an altar at the front, and you can see there's a few people in there. Actually, no, more than a few people. More than a few people. Probably there's around 30 or 40 people in there. There's not a sermon going on, it looks like. Just people in there who are just, just looks like they're kneeling or praying silently to themselves or something. But you can see at the very front there is a man in robes who's like flipping through a large book, apparently in some sort of doing something. But he's not giving a sermon right now. So what do you do?
Good. I'm just like beelining to the priest-looking fellow.
Okay. So you go to the priest. He is no hair like me, and
Hey.
yeah. He's a human, and has these big bushy brown eyebrows. But other than that, completely clean shaven, wearing these blue, kind of dark blue robes. And as he hears footsteps approaching, he kind of looks up from his book, and watches you approach, and he says, "Yes, my child."
Hi. I need a spell scroll. I don't know if you buy them. I don't know if you borrow them. I think a book is also okay. My friend needs to learn like a religious spell.
Oh. Well, scrolls, I'm not so sure. It's not really a place that we sell. I have my arts I can perform if you need be. Just set a
Can
time and.
You teach it, or we're kind of moving around a lot.
I suppose it's possible, but I'm not sure that I have. It would take a considerable amount of time to teach someone the religious arts of. What spell are you thinking of? If I might
Remove
ask?
affliction. Remove affliction.
Ah, I see. That is quite complicated. That is no mere cantrip.
Is it?
It's not in the realm of impossibility, but if your friend has a week or so, I'm sure I could manage to teach them.
He says he can learn it if I get him like
a ritual book,
a
a tome. Of
yeah.
sorts. Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I do not have such a tome. My arts are purely from my own, the divine blessings that I have received from the goddess Arathis. But if it is the spell itself you're after, I am capable of producing it. But if it is to be taught, then I'm afraid your best bet is to find it in more of an arcane natured place. There are you're more likely to find such in the capital, but there's 1 or 2 magical shops around town that may have it, but I cannot say for certain.
Hello.
There is a. Let's see, what's the name of that place? Du-du-du. Oh, that's right, I wrote it here. Du-du-du. Oh, that's the wrong thing. What am I looking? Oh, no wonder. Let's see here. Ah, yes. There's a shop called It's just simply called The Last Spell, if I'm not mistaken. A colleague of mine went there recently looking for. Oh, I don't remember, some sort of bread-producing item. Very strange, but they may have what you're looking for. If not there, then I would say go to Column if you can. But but if your friend does just need a simple casting of it, I am happy to provide.
Yeah, in a pinch I'll be back. But so thanks. Bless you.
Arathis bless you as well.
That thanks.
Okay.
Bye bye.
He just kind of watches you go.
Yeah,
Just like,
we're both uncomfortable, and I just walk away.
he doesn't really know what to do with the situation. Like,
No thanks.
Okay. Right.
That's fucking awesome.
Okay.
Alright, let's go see if we can find this bookshop.
All right. So you go past the. You go back up the street more towards the center of the town. The little girl outside waves to you again. Hi. You go bye.
Yeah, just awkwardly wave.
Okay. She smiles at you and keeps playing.
I smile, but it's a little bit snarly. I try to smile. I try.
She
I give it a
doesn't
shot.
seem to bother her. She's like,
Aw,
hmm.
what a sweet kid.
Where did she sniff you, though?
Well, there was a fence separating them, so she just kind of leaned over the fence.
That's a great question. I want to know why her mom smells like a shifter that doesn't bathe regularly enough. But whatever.
So you make your way more towards the center of town. Are you looking for the last spell?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So you have a name of the place, so I'll make the DC a little easier. So make another streetwise check.
Okay.
Not bad. You're doing better and better at this. Okay.
I'm kind of learning how to exist in a city almost.
Yeah. So yeah, you're making your rounds around the city, and occasionally you're getting better at finding people who look more approachable. Like, for example, someone who's just, sweeping up outside is more approachable than someone who's got like a basket on their head and is looking to just get this off. So, so you find a number of people and kind of hopscotch from one direction to the next until you eventually make your way more towards the western side of the town to this single-story building made of crazy colored bricks. Instead of it's like very different from the church that you just came from. The church, very plain, solid gray bricks. This place, there's like yellow bricks, red bricks, like a few like strange like bluish purple bricks, which makes no sense. And they're different sizes as well. It's just this weird cobbled mess of bricks, but it all kind of works somehow. Like the bricks aren't sticking out in unseemly ways. They're all, they somehow Tetris together into this wall. But across the top there is a wooden sign painted in similar colors to the bricks that just says "The Last Spell." So,
does a yellow brick road lead up to the entrance?
no yellow brick road.
Okay.
Follow the electric road. So,
Like, is it just like a regular looking? I mean, obviously colored bricks, but like, is it just like a regular shop door that I can open?
yeah, it looks like
Okay.
there's glass windows, fairly large. You can see inside. There's one looks to be patron inside already, and someone standing behind
great.
a counter.
Okay.
So you go in, and there's a little ding
Yep.
as the door chime kind of rings, and a kind of Eladrin woman looks up, the very pointy ears and a kind of blue cap with this long thing coming off the front and a little bell dangling from it, and you're already like, okay.
It's a look.
It's a look, and she says like, "Hello." It's like, "Welcome to the last spell. Is there anything I
Thanks.
can help you find?"
Yes.
It's like, "Ooh."
And I've got it on the board. I need a spell scroll of remove affliction, book version, also okay.
Rituals. Let's see what we have in store. She kind of like almost. She's got this long dress on, and like the way her feet move are like these tiny little steps. It makes it look like she's not really like walking. Like there's not like a bob. It's just like this sliding. Like it almost looks like she's hovering if it weren't for the fact that you could hear the footsteps. But but she just kind of like hovers over to this bookshelf and kind of looks through them. Tree stride. We have speak with dead. I don't think so.
Maybe later,
Commune
but
with animals. No, not this one. Flip. Let's see. Here we are. Yes, we do have one copy available. Let's see. I'm trying to find what the price of these are.
That'll be $1 million.
I'm sure it's expensive.
And as she's kind of looking around, let's see. Let me see what the price is.
Her energy is weird for Rain, but I want to be clear, I love her. I think she's so fun.
Let's see. Remove affliction. Correct? Remove affliction. It's all the way at the bottom. View object. True portal. Remove affliction. There it is. Okay. So market price $680, component cost $250. So okay. So since this doesn't include components, it's probably not as expensive as a full casting, considering components are not being expended. However, it is a magical book, so in nature, we'll say, okay, so it's like, this one will come to a total of, this is 400 gold.
No problem.
Excellent. You see her kind of lift up, turn 90 degrees, set back down, and just keep hovering in that direction with the book in her hand. And she goes around to the back of the counter and awaits. She's like, sits it down.
It's like super cheap. Why haven't we bought this before?
I know. Like,
well, because it requires.
It's because that's actually a lot of gold for a normal person.
For a normal person, that's a lot of gold.
Have so much.
Also, in order to understand the content of ritual books, you actually have to have the ritual cast. Like, what's it called? You have to be able to cast rituals. It's a feat.
Yeah.
So, most people don't understand what is written in these things.
Right.
Actually, JD, while I'm in here, is there anything that just looks fun?
The bread?
Yeah.
There's something cool looking in here.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just buy something I'd fun.
Throw on that magic carpet.
So let's.
The
Yeah.
priest did mention something about bread.
Yes. So, you want to ask about that?
What is it? It's a suit of armor made of bread.
No. So do you want to
The
ask?
bread
You can
made
ask
of-
about it if you want.
I heard you guys sell bread armor?
Bread armor. Now that is a very interesting idea. I like it. I'm afraid no, though. We do not have any bread armor at the moment. But perhaps I could interest you in never-ending breadsticks.
Yeah.
You know what? You could. How much are the never-ending breadsticks?
It's essentially the same as. Actually, it's 10% less than a
Everlasting.
provisions.
I know, but Benny told me to bring him a pastry, and it'll be so funny if I bring him endless breadsticks instead.
Right.
And I don't have to go to another shop.
Yeah.
It's been quite popular at many restaurants, I must say.
Are they good?
Very fresh, I assure you.
Is it
How
just
much?
one long breadstick?
Hang on, let me see. One long breadstick. You just keep pulling it out like a magician.
Yeah.
No, it come out. It's a
Okay.
standardized length, I think. Let's
It's
see.
it's 5 for a table of 4 at any one time.
I can just see like a party. Somebody's like feeding this infinitely long breadstick across the room into somebody's mouth.
Yeah.
I'd go to that party.
So it's 700 gold for the.
I'll take it.
Oh,
The
delightful.
coolest thing I've ever seen.
So she goes over to another area of the store and picks up this. Looks like almost like a quiver. It almost looks like a quiver, like an arrow quiver.
A quiver of breadsticks.
Okay, so because I have a quiver of endless arrows, and now I almost don't want to give it to Benny because I could just dual wield and also have a quiver of endless breadsticks.
Get a bow that's designed to fire breadsticks.
I mean, I've fired some weird stuff on my bow before.
And then shoot breadsticks into Benny's mouth so that he can focus on the book.
I have very good aim. He'll be fine.
+5 breadsticks
Yeah.
of garlic.
Ongoing garlic.
Ongoing garlic.
Hey, versus vampires. would be great.
Flavor burst.
Or if your enemy was gluten intolerable.
It's a 5 square burst of fresh baked bread smell.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. There's she has that, and also there was these one items like I know she has these, but you see like a little collection of various animals made like carved out of different stones and materials on one shelf. And at first you think they're decorations, but then you notice they have price tags. And the fact that this is like seems to be a magic shop just kind of piques your curiosity. So I don't remember which book it is, but but those things she says, oh, these are also very
like
interesting.
sniffing them.
Huh?
I was just looking down them like,
Oh yeah, just looking at us, it's like, oh, yes, those are animal totems. You simply put them down on the ground, speak the command word, and poof, out comes a lovely, cute, cuddly animal that does whatever you like it to do for a short amount of time, and then it reverts back to its stone form when it's done. Reusable, of course.
yeah, I need burger.
Like upselling you.
There's also these bags here. She points to a set of bags on the wall. Like there's different colored bags. It's like allow me to demonstrate, and she goes like hovers. She takes one of the bags, hovers over to a window, opens the window, and like reaches down into the bag and says, "Observe." and there's this little ball of fuzz in her hand, and she just kind of chucks it out the window, and the little ball of fuzz lands on the ground, rolls a couple inches, and then goes, and all of a sudden this badger appears, and then it starts going, just like, it's just like, oh dear, that was not supposed to happen, but you get the idea. Sorry! She yells out the window and then closes the window. And
The cops are just gonna chase down everybody today.
The neighbors must be sick of this place next door.
So, yeah. So those are Hajimete no
Someone
Ofukai
say
Rain
badger?
Edition. Hang on, let me pause for a second while I find those items in the book. The figurines are called like figurines of power, I think, or
Maybe wondrous figurines?
wondrous figurines. That's the one. I just don't remember which book they're in.
For a second, I thought you were checking the book for the breadsticks.
No, that is totally mine. If that was endless breadsticks.
Figurine of wondrous power.
There you go.
Or no, this might be the 5e edition actually.
Oh, okay. They do exist in 4e as well, though. Let's see, wondrous items.
Oh, there's an owl.
168.
If only they had bees.
What if you like let the owl out and it's like, you need to study Japanese?
Oh man.
It's just the Duolingo owl. But honestly, like what a formidable enemy.
True.
Like,
It's
stick
the
that
new
on our
BBEG.
foes.
Let's try this one. Maybe this one. Let's see. Item sets, rings, consumables, wondrous items, 76. It's definitely got to be in the wondrous items section.
I found it on Forgotten Realms wiki. I don't think it's in 4e. I think it's in 3rd and 5th.
Really? I could swear I've seen it in 4th edition. Let's see.
Maybe there's a similar item that has a different name.
It might have a different name.
There's a beholder.
Holy fuck.
Well, it's not a beholder that she's selling, so no worries there.
Let's just throw that out into the street.
I sell beholders, yes.
For some reason, no one has turned me into the guard.
I know it's in here.
I
I've
mean,
seen
if it's a lot of trouble, I don't think I'm going to buy one anyway.
Okay. All right. We can forego that then.
Yeah, no, they are very cool.
Right. Oh well, just the endless breadsticks and the ritual book then.
Yep.
Okay. So altogether, I believe the total was, let's see, 700 for the
Yeah,
breadsticks and 400 for the book.
Yeah, I already took them both off my inventory.
Got it. Okay, she says, it's like, well, thank you for your patronage, and please tell your friends about the last spell.
You know what? I will. This place is cool.
Oh, well, thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.
Good luck with your badger.
Oh. She kind of just goes, oh. Just looks kind of off to the side, like.
In here, Reginald, you're being so bad.
Okay. Let's see. So, John, you're. So, Beni is in his room.
Studying.
Studying.
Okay.
I don't
do you wanna
imagine there's
roleplay
much
this?
else to do.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Jaez, how about you?
Sorry, because I was like mulling over maybe. Okay, well, first I got potions. How many potions did O'Driscoll give me? Because I literally would have just taken a big ass bag full.
Okay. Well, what they have available, what he has available in his stash right now, is 7 healing that's the lowest level. 3 potions of vitality and 1 potion of recovery.
Definitely takes the higher 2, and it'll take 5 of the lower ones.
Okay, so pretty much everything except for 2 of the lowest.
Yeah.
All right, so you've got 5 potions of healing, 3 potions of vitality, and 1 potion of recovery.
Okay, 5 healing.
3
1
vitality and 1 recovery, which is that's like
You said 3 vitality or 1 vitality?
3 vitality, 1 recovery.
Okay, 3. Oops, sorry. Scratch that. 3 vitality. Neato. Write those down.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, that's what they had. That's what he had in the little secret stash storeroom.
Okay. He's like, all right, I'll take this and this and this. Oh, ooh.
You're just like,
yeah, we're gonna need
one of these. This. It's like
pretty much. And he'll the 2 that he left is because he's gonna take 1 of the healings from the cupboard and like chug it for himself. Well, no, actually, no, he used his healing surges. He's good, so he'll leave that.
Okay.
And was he? It was a couple of sessions ago. Was he interrupted when looking through Vashti's stuff, or because was that when Vega and Lloyd came out?
You were on your way back to meet up with everybody when you came across the tracks, the demon tracks. So you had already cleaned up her room, and that's where you found the grease-stained notes.
The notes with the black fruit on it.
Yeah, with the black fruit on it. So that was the main discovery from her room. Her room is now clean to as best as you could do.
Which is pretty damn excellent for her by her standards.
Yeah.
Okay, checking in with he would have checked in with Beni to see what was going on with the group, and if nothing was going on, he's just gonna investigate around town to see where the hell these 3 children could have gone without his permission.
Okay. Anything specific, or do you just do in general? And also, what do you look like right now?
That's a good question. Shit, what did I look like before?
I mean, it's been a day, so you've got time to change your appearance.
Okay. And he is at O'Driscoll Manor, so okay.
Yeah. You have access to all of your standard, disguise kit accoutrements. And...
Yeah. He's gonna be a sailor. Just, a regular old title sailor look for the day.
Are you changing your racial appearance as well?
Yeah, he's gonna go for, like, not completely lightening his skin, but try to, like, not make it look so drow dark.
Got it.
Like, it's not gonna be a light brown, it's just gonna be like, we're going for a chocolate today.
Okay. Chocolate today. Okay, go ahead and make your, disguise check, which is what? Bluff?
Bluff.
Yeah, it's bluff plus a bonus for your disguise. I think your armor or something gives you like a +5 to disguise or something.
He gets, I think even without the armor, he gets, oh no, that's if he's rolling against someone's perception. But yeah, he gets a +5 to that. Loop.
Oh, nice.
Woo.
That's, what is that, a natural 20? It should be. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he looks like a very handsome black man.
Very handsome black man. Okay, I'll just make a note of that. So Jaez is now a handsome black man.
Sailor. Handsome black
and
man.
we love that for him.
Nice.
Black man.
It's like, huh?
Black
He's like,
sailor.
not bad, not bad.
Is it
With
kind
a
of
Handsome A.
The 43 DC is pretty good. Okay, so you feel pretty confident in your ability to walk around wherever you want without being accosted by anyone. Okay, so with your disguise in place, what are you doing to try and locate your sister or the others?
In his time in knowing Callista and Arden, do they have any additional friends? Vashti, my poor baby girl, we know she has only like 2, 3 friends, including Jaez. But
Um, well, you assume that they must have other friends or acquaintances, but to the best of your knowledge, you mostly just hung out with each other. I mean, of course, people that they work with would have some knowledge of them, because they would see them on a daily basis. Whether or not they're considered
yeah,
friends or not is you don't know, but I mean,
okay,
surely somebody at Draftmore would know more.
yeah, all right, yeah, he's gonna head over there. It's like, all right, work associates,
Okay.
let's go.
All right.
Just
So
tell me where my people are.
you head over to Draftmore, and I actually have a whole playlist for Draftmore, which I haven't used yet, so I'm just gonna pop it on just because I want to.
Fair.
Okay. If it decides to work. Wait. Go. Is it working? Oh, that's right.
Ooh, jazzy.
Very sexy.
Oh, Draftmore sounds like a happening place. Hey.
Okay, so anyway, so you get to the gates of Draftmore. You've been there several times, but usually it's in your own guise, not as the guise of this black handsome sailor man. That's what I'm gonna call him from now, the black handsome sailor man.
The black handsome sailor. He's so handsome.
So handsome. So you go up to the gates, and there's a bell that you're familiar with. You ring the bell. There's a fellow who comes out. You recognize him. So this guy is Felix Wood, and he's just kind of the assistant to the dean, to Dean Ovon. And he comes out and he doesn't recognize you, of course. So he just simply says, "Yes, can I help you?"
You're like, good. What time of day is it again?
Right now, it's probably, let's see.
Early.
What were you?
Late afternoon. Early.
Well, we're assuming that you're doing this while Rain was doing all of her stuff.
Okay.
So it's not like we wait for Rain to get done and then you start. You're all doing all this stuff simultaneously. So it's probably around 3:30ish, something like that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Still operating
Like-
hours.
Okay. Like, good afternoon, sir. I'm here on behalf of Lord O'Driscoll to find out more about his missing son and his ward, Vashti.
Felix kind of just like his shoulders slumped, like again.
I understand. I understand it's frustrating, but I won't be interfering with anybody's work. I just want to see if there's any clues or anything that they could have left.
Well, all right. Let me see.
It is the Lord's son.
It's like, all right. Well, let me have the paperwork.
Oh, paperwork. My impression was that Lord O'Driscoll already sent word of me. I don't know. I believe he said again. Did he send an associate of mine already?
He did several, in fact. But I was told that was concluded. I'm sorry.
Well,
your,
there is
your
a
name
lead.
was.
My name,
Handsome black man.
Corvidae Dammer. Yes, handsome black man sailor. That's totally code name. Handsome black man.
Black man, one word is the middle name. First
Handsome
name,
black.
handsome, last name, sailor.
Corvidae, what was it? Corvidae
Corvidae Dammer.
Dermer.
Dammer.
Corvidae Dermer.
Like, well, if he didn't send in paper, he did send in this, and he shows them the black fruit paper that Vashti drew. He said he told me that this was something I should inquire about.
May I? He kind of reaches out.
And he says, "Of course."
He takes it and is just like, ugh. Because it's still
It-
covered in grease. It's like, ugh.
It is from the room of one of the missing. I'm sure you can guess which.
Quite. Roll a bluff check.
Okay.
Well, it's half bluff and half like 'cause
I'm like,
who
he ain't
you're
lying.
pretending to be is I mean he believes you're disguised, so he thinks you are Corbidae Dharma
Who I
as far
am.
as you know, but whether or not he
Yeah.
lets you in is gonna depend on
Yeah, I mean, it'll be easier to have like open access, but if I have to sneak in, that's gonna happen.
I'm sure.
Won't be the first time.
You get a bonus for being so handsome?
Absolutely.
I feel like that's a disadvantage to stealth because no one can take
Oh.
your eyes off.
Oh.
It's just like you just have Kita sparkles behind you everywhere you go because you're so handsome.
Okay, go ahead and roll the bluff check. Let's see.
Okay, we'll see what
See if
happens.
your mustache falls off.
Not bad.
Okay.
I would literally
He
die.
sighs and it's just like it's like all right. You can come in, but can I ask what you intend to do inside? I really don't want to bother Dino Vaughn anymore. He's under a lot of stress and he tends to take it out on me.
I understand. I just want to see their work area and just see what they've been up to. There might be some clues, something that we can just
All right, but
take a work.
it's
I don't need to take anything if that's what you're worried about.
if you promise not to tell anyone that I'm letting you in, I will let you in, especially Dino Vaughn, because it's technically no outsiders are supposed to be allowed in the laboratory area because it'll contaminate everything. So don't touch anything. You can look, but don't touch. Okay?
Everything will be left in the most pristine condition, like I wasn't even there.
Great. Okay. All right. Come on. And he unlocks the gate, lets you in, briskly walks into the building, and he takes you down the western wing of the complex, down into a sub cellar. Well, no, it's just the first cellar area. And he looks. You see that there are. I mean, you've been in here before, so you snuck in here once before because either Vashti or Ardyn or somebody let you in when they weren't supposed to. But you've seen the area before, and things are as you remember. Although you see that there's quite a lot of staff here at the moment, like more than usual. You see, like almost every table has a pair of individuals working at it, doing all kinds of glass beakers and devices. Some of them are like crushing up herbs and stuff. Some of them are like they've got these little sifters and all manner of alchemical production is being like almost streamlined. Like one person will finish the task, hand it off to the next one who does another thing to this ingredient, who hands it off to the next person, and so on and so on. And they've got like this whole assembly line thing going on, which is you've never seen before. Nor have you even heard about it from Vashti or anyone. So, Felix brings you over to this one particular table that is currently empty. There's no one working there, and he says, "Well, this is where Vashti worked, and Ardyn was over there. There's another table that only has one person working at it. You can look." I don't think you're going to find much that anyone else hasn't found already, but feel free.
Thank you kindly.
So,
shall I come find you again when I'm done?
I'm not leaving.
Oh, okay, good. And Jaez, like in Vashti's area, like, so these areas aren't like they're like communal areas. They're not like just relegated to everybody.
It's a big open room with these long tables, and upon each table there are like every so often there's a set of like 2 stools and a number of little equipment, which you've never understood what each thing does, but but it seems like there's like little stations meant for certain activities. But yeah, it is one big open area. It's not like quartered stalls or anything.
Okay. Jaez looks around Vashti's area trying to see if there's like, does the fruit like since he'd never seen this physical fruit before. He's trying to see if there's anything that's like stained or anything that could be left behind, pieces of it. He's sure it's been cleaned up, but anything that, and no one's as meticulous as he is with cleaning, so he just assumes people are slobs.
Fair enough. Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check. If you get really high, then you might find something, because I mean it has been cleaned clearly.
Yeah. Let's see. Perception. There we go.
That's actually one of the things you like about Draftmore is that they pay a lot of attention to cleanliness, and you always wondered how Vashti can have such a crap pigsty of a room at home, but yet keep her workstation so immaculate. It's the only thing you've ever praised her on. It's just like, well, at least your workstation is clean.
Yeah.
That's because alchemists.
At least you don't let people know how you live.
That's part of alchemists, their work is they have to in order to produce the finest alchemical reagents, you have to really prevent any sort of contamination.
Cross-contamination.
Yeah, cross-contamination. And so that requires lots of organization and cleanliness, which is nice. You like it here. So, however, that means that they are also good at cleaning as well.
Yeah, okay.
So
Fair.
you take a good hard look around. You get underneath the table, kind of look to see if you can find any kind of stains or anything. And you're looking around for a while, and you're like, I mean, you see a couple scratches in the table itself, but it looks like that's not a stain. It's just a tool or something has scraped against the table and just left a divot or dent or something. But you don't see anything that resembles a black fruit of any sort. So not that you can find, no.
Okay. Let's go check out Ardyn's workstation. You said somebody was already there?
One person was there. Looks like there's a human girl with blonde hair, maybe in her early 30s or something.
Did what's his face say he did? Oh wait, no, he didn't want to interrupt Oberon. Never mind.
Yeah, he didn't want to. He didn't want to interrupt Ovan. Ovan has been super busy and just overpressured by the crown to keep cranking out these healing potions, and he's just doesn't want to be bothered.
Yep. Alrighty, gonna go bother this girl.
Okay. So you go over. Felix says, "Christine, would you mind just you step back for just a second? It's okay. It's fine." And she says, "Oh, sure." She just takes a step back, and you can roll another check.
Yeah. As Jaez is, let's see, rolling this check. He says, yeah, lower than last.
Yeah. Again,
at least it's not a 1, I guess.
Yeah, it's you don't see any traces of a black substance or anything. There are traces of whatever Christine is currently working on the table, but it's very obvious where they came from. You just look at what she's doing and then what's on the table, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So.
And Jaez goes Draftmore, you alchemists are so interesting. He's referring to Christine.
Thanks. She just looks at you like.
I mean that.
Thanks.
I mean that in the most complimentary way as possible.
Are you
roll a
flirting?
charisma check.
He is flirting.
He's a handsome.
He's not
Roll a
very
charisma
good. He
check.
is. He is, but he's familiar with flirting.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, I bet he is. I bet he is.
He don't know how to do anything else, but he can flirt. He was taught very well.
Mr. I'm familiar with
Christine
flirting.
turns beet red. She's like, oh, thanks.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's digging that mustache.
He's like, Miss, if I may, would you have happened to have known the Lord's son Ardyn and Vashti and Callista?
Yeah, sure. Every day, see them before they left.
Of course. And they wouldn't tell anybody where they're going? They just up and leave. This beautiful establishment, someone with such a visage as you.
Make an insight check.
You're so beautiful. Why would they leave? God damn it. She's on par. That's pretty on par. He's rolling it on thick.
She seems like she's so like enamored with your previous words that she's like, no, I don't know where they went. Just giving you like googly eyes. Like very not focused in what you're saying. Like, no, I mean I don't know where they went. What's your name?
Oh, I'm of no other consequence.
You got a date.
Let's hit town before the world burns.
She just
And then I'll hit something else.
She about to risk it. You know, for all I know, this is a married woman with a family, and she about to risk it all for a man with technically a fake name.
But he's a handsome black man sailor, Ken.
I mean, with that charisma roll, natural 20 charisma roll, and handsome black sailor. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've used that name before, yeah.
Yep, he's a man of many faces. So the one
at this point in time, I'm imagining what's his name from the Old Spice commercials.
Yes.
So it's like,
yeah.
Look again, tickets are now diamonds.
No, the other guy, the guy before Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't remember his. He has a very foreign name.
So look at your man, look at me, guy.
Yeah, it's like look at your man. Now back to me. Now it's your man. Back to me. It's like, sadly, he is not me, but he could smell like me with Old Spice. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's exactly who he's trying.
That's my image of what you're doing right now.
And we need to reiterate again, also a sailor.
Also a sailor, right?
Yeah.
And he's a sailor, so he like just
He's dressed like Donald Duck.
No pants.
That ruins it. No.
Oh.
I just ruined it. Unless no pants. Huh? No pants? Donald Duck?
Like,
no pants?
No.
I'm pretty sure he's got pants on.
I very much
hope
got pants
he's
on.
got pants on.
I mean, I'm sure this lady would like him to have no pants on. But...
Yeah,
Yeah.
If he's wearing pants and it's a problem, I'm pretty sure she's here to help.
What?
Oh,
But in any case, she seems too distracted to really answer your question, and for now, she just says like, "No, I don't know where they went." Yeah, just like.
Can you put some pants on, please?
I know where we could go.
Hey. Hubba.
I get off work at around 8. I could maybe talk to you some more about them later if you want.
Oh, well.
You want to learn some sailor knots?
I can just imagine though, if this was a date, Jaez would be just so focused and on point, being like, okay, hold on. Maybe she has information about people. Maybe is that why she wants to talk to me? Poor oblivious boy.
Yeah.
I says, well,
one insight.
exactly. He says, well, I'm not sure where the day and evening will carry my work, but we'll see.
I'll wait for you.
Oh, how kind of you. I'm sorry to have interrupted your work. Please, I will take my leave.
Yeah, Felix kind of goes to Christine, who's just like, oh right. She puts on her serious face. It's like, oh right. It's like,
oh shit, I'm at work. Oh,
yeah.
crap.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I'll.
We're button this up again.
Have you ever seen anybody so hot he just takes you out of work mode for a minute? You almost have to risk it all.
Yeah.
Right. So, Felix kind of
Whenever I
like
walk
says,
by me.
if that will be all. To you, to Jaez, or to Mr. Corbidet.
What does he say?
He says, "Are you satisfied?"
Satisfied?
They don't. From what Jaez knows of the three's time at the academy, they don't have like private offices or any of their own private areas, do they?
No. At least not
Okay,
not your friends.
Not my okay.
Yeah.
It's like, And
Like,
I'm
of course,
assuming
the dean
everybody
has
that
his own office, and some of the
Yeah.
higher ups have their offices, but most of the call them grunt workers who are in the lab day after day, like producing stuff, probably don't have offices.
Okay.
Cubicle.
It's not even a cubicle. It's like a big open area. Cause
Okay. Japanese.
Jaez lets out a sigh. Says, "Is there no one that the three of them associated with at least somewhat regularly, somewhat friendly with at all?"
So Felix kind of thinks for a second and is like, He looks at Christine. Christine's like, I talk to them, all three of them, on occasion, just like anyone else around here.
I know it's my understanding they kept to themselves, or at least they were friendly with each other, including another. But
yeah, they always seemed content to just talk with one another. I mean, they were friendly enough. It's not like they shut themselves off from the world, but it's not like they invited us out to have fun together or anything like that. So,
at least Vashti, did she, the whole shenanigans with her brother and all that?
Oh, yes.
How out of sorts did she seem after all that?
Oh, you don't know about what happened between her and Ardyn? I don't know the details. All I know is that they had a huge fight. It was a while ago, though. I think they've made up since then.
Oh, Jaez was kind of holding a breath at that. Like, he's like, they had a fight. Oh no. Oh, they're friends again. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, as far as I can tell, they're talking again, but there was a period of time where Ardyn actually... It was before all of this with the mass production of healing potions for the war. There was a period of time where Ardyn took a leave of absence for several weeks. So, yeah, I don't know. They called him back once all this started, and it was a little very one awkward day. I will say that. Like, the tension in the room could be felt from everyone. But something must have happened in the afternoon, because they came back and everything seemed to be as it was. So, I don't know. I didn't pry.
Jaez just... He looks, trying not to look visibly relieved at the info he's given. Just
right.
But then he does wonder. He's like, what happened? Me as the player, I know, great story by the way. But Jaez, he's like, so what was the argument about? Was it about her brother? Was it about... She is very sensitive about him. I know that.
I was more focused on my work. I don't know what started it. All I remember is being startled by Vashti, screaming at Ardyn, like calling him all kinds of nasty things, like a liar and pretentious piece of shit. And sorry, and it's just like Felix is like just waves it off and
yeah.
And Felix says, I wasn't in the room for it, but I heard of the incident, and I reprimanded Vashti for the outburst. It's not professional at all. But things have calmed down. I don't know what it was about. It's not my business to ask. Our HR department is awesome. No.
Wow. Jaez says, fair enough. Well, I'm sure this place was thoroughly picked.
Christine chimes in. She says, I do recall overhearing Callista say something to Ardyn. Yeah, on that day that Ardyn came back, like after Vashti left, Callista said something to Ardyn, something about, I don't know. It was the strangest thing, like go help her or get some pie for her? No, that wasn't it. What was it? Something about a bakery or something like that. That's all. I don't know. I couldn't overhear well, but yeah. So if that
bakery
helps, I don't know.
That does. actually, immensely.
Oh,
Thank you.
glad I could help.
Now, I know this place was picked over to. Oh,
It
no,
has
go
been.
ahead.
It's very
Go ahead.
clear that it seems like based on who you've talked to and what you've seen, Draftmore has been thoroughly investigated by like
Yes.
everybody and their mother. It's
Yes. He says, I have a feeling that this will be the last of the investigation unless something major comes up.
well, I
But,
certainly hope
thank
so,
you.
says Felix, and it's like,
Eh, I hope your work from here goes on smoothly. And
yes,
take care.
yes, we will. All right. Well, if that is everything, then I'll show
He
you
he
to.
gives a polite nod to the lady.
Oh,
Small
not,
wink at it in
not
for,
wink?
you
Oh,
know.
okay, wink.
He does. He is gonna wink.
She blushes again and turns to her work and holds her breath like.
Oh.
Oh my god. And he will just be the man of her dreams, literally, because you may never see him again.
You guys have a date?
Well, that is up to
Not
Jaez.
Like, oh,
technically.
he might. He's like, oh, I might be able to get more info from her, but yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. I don't know. She did say
Yeah.
8. Okay, well,
She
we'll
said
see.
8. She said 8 p.m. So. Okay, so that happened. All right, going back to Glenn. All right, so now that Lloyd has kind of gotten the ball rolling before the guards had intended to do so, you've noticed things over the next couple of hours have kind of picked up in speed. Picked up in speed meaning the guards have been actively trying to, what's the word? Put out fires. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, put out fires of panic. You overhear that they're trying to rephrase the story of, like, saying, no, you must have misheard. The attack is not imminent, but, like, the front lines are slowly moving this way, so we're trying to get people to, or encouraging people to move towards the northeast, away from the coast. Because the enemy might come from a seaward attack at some point. So they're trying to misdirect and hide the truth a little bit, even though they know the guards apparently also know that there's a attack possibly inbound in 2 days, and this music does not match this at all. So, so it's like, yeah, attack, party time, woo. Okay.
How did the guards get the information?
Well, you actually know that, I'm pretty sure. You were with the king in title when he informed Father Brion to make communications to let them know. Because you guys told the king about this. You guys spoke with the king in the capital, and you told them about this possible attack coming from the sea, from the Titan Shinshra Khan and his ilk, and that it was soon. And once you kind of provided a form of, some form of evidence to this, that note that you took from the elemental chaos back to here, he took it a little bit more seriously and went ahead and told his people to give word to Title, let them know they need to up their guard and start taking measures to either, fortify the city, evacuate people, do whatever needs to be done. Because right now, like, the capital's focus is almost entirely on the west, and Title is kind of being forced to fend for itself as best it can for the time being. But that advanced word is how they got. That's why they know. So probably your best guess is that they've been working with what they've got and trying to figure out a way to get people out without, like, causing a mass hysteria situation. But that just happened yesterday. So that just happened yesterday, which is probably why it hasn't taken full effect yet. They're, like, still in, like, the discussion, like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to phrase this type of situation? So that's how they know. So that much you're aware of.
Sorry.
So yeah, you were in the room for that. You were there talking to the king, I'm pretty sure, at that point. Okay, so anything else? Otherwise, we can kind of skip to the next day, or I'm sure that people have other things to be doing, but if it's up to you. If you guys want to meet up, discuss things, do anything else.
Jaez is gonna head over to the bakery.
Okay.
For some breadsticks.
Okay, so Jaez goes
He
over.
might,
Maybe.
but no, definitely to go see like if nosy bakery lady. Does Jaez know that she's nosy or not, or is she
You know who she is. You've been in there before too.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just a self-named bakery. It's just called Robin's Bakery.
Yeah, he's gonna go to Robin's.
So you go to Robin's Bakery. You're very familiar with it, and you see, you know, it's still open hours. Robin's inside. Looks like she's. You can see her just beyond the door, within eyeshot of the front door. You can see she's like kneading a fresh batch of dough, probably in preparation for the next, maybe the next day's loaves and whatnot. But
Yeah.
do you go in?
Yes, he gives like a knock just to signal that someone's here, to not startle her.
Okay, so yeah, you knock on the door and she looks up from her dough and she's like, "Yeah, I'm open. I'm open. Come on in." She shouts from behind and then she starts walking out to the front counter from the back.
Jaez gives like a little small bow and a nod, like Miss Robin.
Yes, she doesn't recognize you, of course, because you're
Yeah, of
in
course.
this disguise. This is
In
like,
disguise, yeah.
Yes, I'm Robin and I'm the baker here.
Yes, I'm here on behalf of Lord O'Driscoll. Just a bit of, just still searching for some small amount of clues for the whereabouts of two missing wards and friend of theirs.
Oh, I was unaware that anyone was missing. Sorry to hear that.
Yes. The Lord's son and Vashti and even Callista, they're all gone.
Well, uh, I don't know what to say. I wouldn't know what to. I have not seen them in some time. That's true, which I thought was a bit odd, but uh,
Ah.
yeah, it's been a few days, perhaps. Usually, Vashti would stop by most days. Arden less so, but when he came by, he would always have a short word. But I hadn't seen either of them for, I'm not certain, 3 or 4 days, perhaps.
Ah. Well, I did hear that Arden and Vashti stopped by maybe a little bit before that. By any chance, they were in an argument, maybe? Or.
Not that I could see. Seemed fine with me. I. Mm, she looks like she's in thought, thinking back. Like, let's see. How long ago? Me as the DM. I'm trying to recall
Yeah.
order of events. Yeah, that would have been
Maybe like a month ago? Month and change ago?
less than that. Not a full month.
Okay.
They were both here together one night as I was closing up shop, and then after Vashti came a few more times until just recently, and then nothing. But no, I can't say that I saw them arguing or anything.
Oh. Well, forgive me for prying. Would you have heard them talking about anything in particular? I know it's not polite to listen into conversation, but just anything helps. She nosy? Please be nosy.
Anything helps? Well, yeah. The thing is, like, nosy is one thing, but like, I'm just thinking. would Vashti ever have been in a spot where she would be bothering to talk about that? Unless she was
anything.
with, because if she just went there by herself, she doesn't like Robin really, so she wouldn't be talking
Yeah.
with Robin. And if no one else was with her, like if she was just by herself, she probably wouldn't be talking at all. So
Yeah.
uh,
Unless she's the kind of talk while she's working on something, like me.
so he says no. He's like, I'm afraid not. I wish I could help, but I really don't know where they would have gone to. As I said, this is the first I'm hearing of it, and as far as I was aware, everything was fine. And perhaps she just started going to another bakery. I don't know.
I see. No, those sweet buns were her favorite.
Yeah, she was quite fond of them.
Oh.
Are you here for sweet buns as well? Were they on sale?
I'll take a dozen.
She goes ahead and is like, wraps them up in a little box, and it's like, just 2 silver.
Yes, he pays 2 silver. Actually, you know what? He gives. Yeah, no, he gives her 2 silver.
It's like, oh, thank you. Here you go. Enjoy.
Thank you.
It's like, hope you find them.
Me too. Me too.
She
Where these
those
stupid
sweet
children go?
Indeed.
Did
Enjoy
she-
this.
Wait, was there any indication that she was like, oh my god, he's handsome? Not that he would even know
when he
anything. He's
said
like, 'cause he'll
sweet
just be like,
bun.
I don't know.
Let's find out.
Normally they're
How
sweet
she
buns.
says sweet bun.
Sweet buns,
You
my
did
lady.
notice that she gave you kind of an up and down. Like, look,
He's
she's
like-
quite a bit older. Like, she's probably in her late 40s, approaching 50. And,
I was gonna say, I'm like, so like older as in
whereas
filter
you
older?
were, I don't know how old you of a.
He's-
What
he'd
age are you
still be,
going
like-
for in your disguise?
He would have disguised like, you know, like maybe about older 20s, like early 30s. Distinguished, handsome gentleman.
Okay,
But
so
he's not wearing pants.
He's,
not
he's
wearing
still
pants.
wearing pants.
Okay, so yeah, she didn't have as strong of a reaction as Christine did, but she still kind of
He was
you,
an
you
actor.
did pick up that she kind of like as you walked in, she kind of gave you a once over, like wow, like who's
Sweet
this?
bun.
Damn.
I was like, who's this guy?
Like, hi, you live in this town, huh?
But she's
Vashti's hot
Robin
boy.
is clearly not a big flirt or anything, so.
No.
She just chose the fresher buns and put them in the box for you.
Most
Pretty
appreciative
privileged.
of. Alright, it's like,
Okay,
Jaez says thanks and he leaves.
okay. All right, so
Ah,
far
these
no dead
damn
ends,
children.
lots of dead ends.
So many.
Yeah. All right, so Lloyd.
Yes.
So you seem to have escaped the patrol or the guy that was looking for you, and even though you've seen a couple people run past here or there, after a little while, like how long do you want to wait?
Probably like call it like an hour or something.
Okay. So you give it an hour and just kind of monitor the situation to see if lots of guards start swarming the area or anything, and they don't. It seems like they have been ordered to do something else at this point. Like now that the cat is out of the bag, it's more important for them to control the public situation rather than go chasing after some random guy who probably didn't mean what he said, but so the guy who was trying to arrest you might have just been doing so just because he was pissed that you did that, but there might not have been anything he could do to hold you legally. But
He's like, in my defense, I'm usually pretty good at talking with people.
but you just rolled so poorly, and the guy was just pissed off, and so that's what that was. But it seems
Like,
like
it's a rough
it
day.
seems like it has blown over. So it's up to you if you want to just casually stroll out of there or stealth out. But nobody seems to be actively pursuing you. That's how I will phrase it.
I'll leave the mask on. It's kind of just like this type of
surgical mask
situation.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look too. Yeah, it's just kind of like a ninja mask like type of thing. So it doesn't look too sketchy. Like you could probably, if you wanted to, like be like, it's cold outside. It's
got it.
Well, keeping warm.
Okay. All right. So, given that, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna go. We need probably everybody together before we pursue the people, and we also need the spell learned. So I'm gonna go back to where we're. I'll help Vega pack.
Okay,
that's what I'll do.
All right. So you go back home, and you see that Vega is already in home. She's like, "Oh, you're back." It's like, how did it go?
Not great. Not great. It's I've been in the Badlands for too long. Like I've been talking to giants every day. Like humans are a bit gentler species. You gotta speak to them a different way. So it's just been a long time, and I, might have set some people off with my explanation.
Oh
so
dear. She just kind of chuckles. She's like, "Oh dear."
Yeah. But you know me,
perhaps it is for the
my
best.
fair share of trouble.
It may be for the best. It's best that they leave soon, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, so I am thinking to leave and go back to Balhai for the time being. What do you think?
I think that's a good idea.
It is quite a long trek.
Yeah. I've got money to supply you so that you can, live life without having to, break your back earning a wage or anything. And then also to help you get there safely.
I do not mean any disrespect, my love, but we are actually doing quite well for ourselves.
That's good.
You see, with Callista doing the guild work that she is doing now, it is a very nice sum, very consistent. However, if we are to move, I do not know. Perhaps she could set up some sort of alchemy shop in Balhai. I don't know, but we are not left wanting. We have a decent amount of savings, so.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, of course I am not going to say no if you're offering to help us travel there.
I mean, yeah, I've got a fair bit, so I think I can get you there in the speediest and safest way, as well as probably a decent chunk to get the new shop open, and then with your own savings, you should be totally fine, I think.
Yeah, of course, the quickest way to travel would be through the teleportation circles. I believe I've never used one myself, but perhaps that is some way we can go.
Yeah, probably.
You do recall, Lloyd recalls that the currently at the teleportation network may be closed due to the last jelly rain. You're not sure if it's open again right now or not, and you're also not sure if the circles within the Column Empire will go to outside of the Column Empire. It might, You don't know enough about teleportation magic to know if that's a thing that's possible or not. But
teleportation circles might be rough. Maybe flying is best.
Flying? How do you propose that? It's very, very amusing.
On a magic carpet ride.
Well, I'm sure it can be purchased. Probably safer than land to travel as well.
I mean, perhaps some of the Gryffindor knights will take us. For the record, and this goes for everybody. Nobody has seen any kind of airship in this plane, like the material plane. All the airships you've experienced have always you've ridden on ones in the elemental chaos, and the reason that works is
I like that's kind of on brand for Lloyd.
Yeah, and the reason that works is because of elemental buoyancy. There's no real gravity that exists in the elemental chaos. You can just kind of coast along with just sheer willpower, but here on this plane there is gravity, which is why those types of airships do not work. They would not function here, and that's why you have never seen an airship or anything on this plane.
And he'll just be like, "Sorry, I've been like flying around on like a ship that flies. It's weird."
It's like, really? That
elemental buoyancy or something like that.
She just laughs and says like, I think you're telling tall tales again. It's like, but I am glad to hear that you are laughing. This is good to hear your laugh. No matter, we will find a way to get to Balhai.
Okay.
But as far as packing goes, I do not think I need very much. I suppose it depends on how we were going to get there. Teleportation, I don't know, but I can ask around and find something. But I do not want to leave until we have found Callisto, though.
Exactly. Yeah. We have to find her first.
Yes. But as far as packing is concerned, do you think we are going to come back here?
Well, I mean, this was just the closest place to where I was from originally. Honestly, if we did end up staying back where you're originally from, like, I don't think I would really mind too much. It'd take a bit of time getting used to the temperature. If it's does he know if it's like hot or?
You know that of course, she's your wife. You've talked extensively about her past and your past. Well, your past sort of. Your past sort of. Balhai is a desert area. It's a very very warm. Think like the Egyptian city line or the Egyptian cityscape. Although, well, yeah, I think that's appropriate. But it's a coastal city, so it's right next to an ocean. So, but it's a fairly large town. Very different culture. It's outside of the Column Empire, but it is on this continent. This is the continent of Tanartus, and you can imagine the shape of Tanartus as there's these two long kind of, what do you call it, peninsulas on the northern side, and then there's a huge, most of the mass of the continent is down below, more towards the south. And so on the eastern peninsula, sticking up, on the top, the northernmost edge of it is this large desert called the Mole Desert, and in the Mole Desert there's a number of cities, and two large ones. One of them is called Balhai, 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 and people there they speak Balhaian, and that's where her accent comes for Spanish, if you will.
I mean, maybe this could be like, come back, do some, if it gets too hot or something, maybe this could be like a vacation home. I don't know. I'll try to keep it safe while while I'm here if possible. But I also certainly wouldn't mind, staying with your side of the family as well. I mean, they've unfortunately lost Felipe, so I feel like it'd be nice to at the very least stay with them for a while.
Yes, it would be. I have not yet told Mother about him. I have been worried about finding the word, how to tell her.
Maybe we can just. Well, yeah, you're gonna be there a lot earlier than me. Shit.
I will find a way to. Once we have found Callista, I will find a way to get to Valhalla. Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. I will make sure to stay far away from the war zones. If I am not mistaken, it is nowhere near there anyhow. Which is true. The war seems to be towards like the western side of the shifting mountains, whereas Valhalla is far to the east, northeast. So there's like miles and miles and miles from in between there, the war and Valhalla. So.
Okay. Well, if you need anything, I can certainly help with that. I'll also look for a safe way for you guys to get there. So, yeah, I think everything should be fine. We just have to get to Callista very quickly.
Yeah, we will do so. And just for the sake of brevity, we'll say that you spend the rest of the evening kind of helping her pack things. Maybe you throw some of your stuff in there as well. Odds and ends that you want to keep from your house, just to make sure that, maybe mementos, who knows. But so that's what you and Vega will be doing for the rest of the evening, I assume.
Okay.
All right. So anybody else want to do anything for? This is June 5th. I did look up the date. So your parent was born on June 5th.
June 5th.
June 5th. Tomorrow is June 6th.
Okay.
So I already changed it for you.
What percent chance do I see a stray badger?
Badger watch, where is he?
I rolled a natural 20.
So I saw a badger?
Yeah. So while you're running around, you just see this random badger just go chasing after some woman down the street. And like, well, that
it
was
started
odd.
chasing her back. Oh shit.
Oh dear. She's having a day.
I didn't think that. I mean,
And so is the badger, to be fair.
Yeah.
Where did this badger come from?
A stone.
No, a little fuzzy ball. A little fuzzy ball
like
pulled from the bag.
The little fuzz. Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Where did this happen? Why did this happen again?
I'm gonna show Nimrod how to rod a badger.
How to rod a badger? Oh.
Oh,
You have
Paul,
to rod
no.
the badger.
Okay.
I'm
Rods
actually
it and drops
seeking
its rat
targets
on it.
like animals to rod.
Okay. I like
Nimrod, this is how you do it.
Please.
I don't know where am I anyhow, or
You are.
should we establish that before I just start firing?
Well,
around?
you were in the docks, but now you've just been kind of aimlessly wandering the city, I suppose, because you're slightly.
I was looking for a sweater. Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. You were
Yeah.
looking for somebody to knit a sweater for Nimrod. I forgot about that.
It's cold.
So, as you're wandering the city looking for someone to knit your parrot a sweater, you see a badger chasing a woman.
Oh,
Immediate
crazy
instinct
day.
to just pull the rod out and blast it.
Yes, that is his
Well-
immediate instinct. Please, roll.
Well, he has to save the woman, of course.
He has to save the woman.
Yeah.
it's chivalrous.
Ida gonna shut down our
Oh,
stream.
God, please, I hope this doesn't end poorly.
You summoned a Tarask.
Oh, God.
It could
And
happen.
you cage. Oh, you rolled again? You put a cage around the
What
whole
if
damn
it's the
city
field
of Tidal.
wipe thing and it like kills a bunch of people?
Well,
Yes,
we're gonna
we're
find out.
gonna find out, aren't we?
Yep.
I'm ready.
No.
You roll 666.
ready? I'm not ready.
Congratulations. Everyone
Yes, I'm
dies.
ready. Okay. This.
What if 666 is everyone in the world dies?
Everyone dies. The campaign is over. Now we're continuing in the after.
How just depends on how evil you think I am.
The T-est of TPKs.
It's like W.
With 1,000 different effects, I wouldn't be too surprised. A little bit surprised for sure.
Like, the world ends.
17
Game
sounds
over.
innocuous.
Okay, 417. Do you have a 417? Let's find out. Oh wait, this is the original. I gotta look at yours.
So you see, Nimrod, this is how it's done.
This is how it's done.
This is how it's done. You just hear it repeat. This is how it's done.
This is how it's done.
This is how it's
Irreparable
done.
damage.
This is how it's done. Okay, 417. You do not have. It's a new one.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see what it is.
I'm terrified.
417.
Multiplies the badgers.
Let's see.
Creates you get a
Spawns a
free ice
kraken.
cream cone.
In another campaign, I'd be actively trying to milk that badger, but
I remember that.
Oh, no.
Oh no. The infamous bilk session.
yeah.
Oh no.
Milk.
Okay.
Also, I know what you mean about the video, like,
That's fucked
loading and loading, JD,
Oh.
because yours is doing the same thing.
Oh, I see.
I saw yours a couple times, Sarah, but it
Yeah.
didn't
It's not
stop.
it's not obnoxious,
No.
particularly, though.
Okay, so you point the rod at the badger, and the badger's like skittering across the ground, and you go. The rod kind of flares up for a moment, and you see this beam of energy shoot towards the badger. It strikes around the badger, like more towards the ground. It kind of curves to the ground beneath it, and the badger continues to running, seemingly unaware of what just transpired. However, where the badger was, you see like this kind of long green grass start growing upwards, and this grass kind of starts spreading out further and further. It's like pushing up cobblestone and like growing a little bit taller, and it's just spreading and spreading, and it keeps spreading for quite a distance, to the point the people in the surrounding area are like kind of like what's going on, and some people start kind of running away from it a little bit, and this grass just keeps kind of spreading out to a fairly wide distance. It covers a good like 100-foot radius, so 200 foot across, and just this grass spreading. And you see this one person who's kind of running away from it. The grass kind of overtakes them. It starts growing faster than it can run, and the person trips and falls, and you see this grass kind of start wrapping them and like covering them in like all sorts of like just the grass just grows around them and just holds them there. And you see them like looking terrified, like and so it doesn't seem to be hurting them, just holding them there. And so finally the grass stops spreading, but it remains. There's this huge circle of grass now that is going like, it covers like a lot of the roads. It grew up the side of some of the buildings, and it's just a disaster. This weird, vibrant, green, lush green grass that's grown in the center of this snowy, desolate, like, cityscape area. And there's this big patch of green grass.
Did it eventually get the badger?
Huh?
Did it eventually get the badger?
Yes. So the woman that was running made it out of the grass, but the badger wasn't quick enough, and the badger also kind of got grabbed by the grass, and you see the badger kind of gnawing on the grass and thrashing against it. And let's see.
Nasty beast.
Still gnashing on it. Still gnashing on it. Still gnashing on it. And eventually it gnaws its way free and managed to scamper off in a completely different direction. The person who was previously like wrapped up in it does manage to finally like kind of manage to stand up and scoot back away from the grass and like, what the fuck just happened? What is this? What is this? And then they just start running away like.
Poor guy.
You hear some shouts from sounds like some guards maybe coming, like somebody called them.
I think it's time to leave.
Thank you. I don't know. Is this eligible for an epic rod effect?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh no.
It is eligible for an epic rod effect because it's a double shot. Yeah, because there's no like numbers to raise or lower in this case, so it's a double shot. So if the rod fires off again, so roll again.
Oh
no. Is the badger within?
The target would officially the target is still the badger.
Yeah.
So I think I might have like played this out a little too quickly. Probably the second effect would happen while it's still tangled up in the grass.
Right. Would I be tangled up or?
You were far enough away that you could back up away from it quickly enough if you wanted. Because you were like the badger was far enough away that when you targeted it and the grass started spreading, you could see that it was spreading and like just hightail it in the other direction if you wanted to. Unless you want to stand there. Do you stand there?
Well, can I still reach the badger?
Hmm?
If I back up, I'll be out of range to shoot the badger.
Yes, but that's irrelevant. The rod would have fired twice immediately.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would avoid it.
Okay. So the rod fires twice, and then you're like, uh-oh. You start backing up. Okay, so...
Here's part 2.
Yes. How should I write this in the book? As good, meh, or bad?
I think it's good. I mean, it's sort of meh, but in a combat situation, if it grapples your opponents, that would be nice, you know?
I mean, it didn't hurt us, but it could.
It could have, yeah.
It could grapple us. We're like, oh, grass. Oh, God, grass.
Grass! Was it? 882. Hang on, I need to record that. I need to record it in the book. Let's see. What was that? 417? Yes, 417.
Grass.
Let's see.
Plus 10 insanity in the last like 2 seconds.
Let's see. 417, 417.
What if it also can't be like upgraded? Do you just keep shooting until you get an epic one?
No, it's only 2, thankfully.
Okay, thank God.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine if that's how it worked?
Yeah.
You just
Oh, machine gun.
Okay. So,
Like, you just get a bad roll, like, and you just absolutely snap instantly.
Oh my God.
You saw time, and it didn't work out well for you.
Yeah.
okay. So let's see. You got
It's worth it, though.
882. All right. Let's see. 882. Do you have an 882?
I said earlier that we should fight a dragon tonight, and I didn't mean it.
You have this one already. So as you the rod, produces the grass effect, and then immediately after that, the rod kind of glows a bright white color, and you feel it transform in your hand. It's like as it turns into a +5 life drinking longsword.
Holy shit.
Oh, okay.
So
See you later, Badger.
Just
Bit
an
extreme,
epic
but
level
alright.
weapon.
Which will stay that way for the next 5 minutes, at least. So.
Can I use it on the grass? Can I cut some grass? Or-
Sure, you cut some grass.
Does the
You
grass
whack the
scream?
grass and you whack it and it chops.
Yeah, but you can't hear it.
The frequency is like too high,
Mhm.
but really the grass is like.
Maybe-
get little boosts.
Maybe
of
I
HP
could hear it
from
with
the
my
grass.
keen animal.
um,
And like it's like a dog whistle, but it's the grass.
as you
screaming.
cut it, though, the grass does grow back pretty quickly to about the length that it was. So you cut it, and then wait a few seconds, and you see it slowly start to just grow back up to its original, like, length.
That's gonna
Oh,
be there
wow.
a while.
It does try to grab onto like things like your blade and your feet as you approach it. It doesn't seem like it's too strong. Like you can kind of kick strongly and get out of it, but it just keeps wanting to try and grab you. As this is actually called grab grass.
Okay.
Grab grass.
Grab grass.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
It's a real thing
good.
in the Dungeon Master's Guide, actually.
Yeah.
I was giving you credit for the pun, but I guess not.
No, I wish I could take it, but no, that's
Yeah.
not
That's
me.
quality. That's a
it's
good pun.
Grab grass. It's called
Grab
grab
grass.
grass.
Grab grass.
So,
Crap.
I
yeah.
guess can I charge the badger?
if you want to,
I fly over the grass, but I want to know the distance if I can.
it's let's see, So if you ran back, well, okay, let's decide now. Are you like immediately charging the badger, or are you running backwards away from the crabgrass, the grab grass?
The grab grass.
Okay, what happened first?
You shot the badger. Grass
Yeah.
started to grow underneath of it, and then it turned into a long sword. Then the badger kept running, and the grass started spreading. What did you do at that point?
Okay, so I guess I would charge the badger
Okay, so while the grass is still spreading, you're charging the badger.
because I fly when I charge, so
Right. Yeah.
it won't
Okay.
snag me. But yeah,
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack on the badger. Are you gonna use the longsword?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
I don't know. Should I just roll with my power? I'm sure the sword's more powerful than whatever I can do.
Life drinker. Life drinker.
I mean, it's a badger, right?
Yes, it's a badger. I'm sure you're gonna just slay it instantly.
So I don't need to name it as my oath.
No. But I do have a question for you, Sturge.
But
When the rod turns into a melee weapon, you have the option of activating the rod when you hit with the melee weapon.
oh no!
Oh my god!
So I have to ask you, are you going to
No,
activate the
no.
rod when you smite this poor defenseless badger?
Well,
Well,
There is a 10% chance because you're at level 3. So first roll, if you don't want to, then you have to roll 10%. Otherwise, if you want to, you just do it.
I'm gonna do it.
I love it. Okay.
I'm teaching Nimrod how to use it.
Okay.
He's learning well.
All right.
Nimrod
He's-
is just having a time watching
This
shit.
is how it's done. This is how it's done.
And we run again.
This is how we do it. Okay.
Okay. Roll
I'll just-
again.
Okay. I'll just charge, I guess. Or wait, do I charge first, then roll?
You just click charge, and
Okay.
you know the thing's AC is so low. I'm convinced you're gonna hit it. So
I could get a 1.
yeah, just don't roll a 1. That's all it is. You don't
Okay.
even have to do the math. Like whatever it says on your normal falchion attack.
got a 1.
It's not a 1. So
Oh, okay.
you hit, and it is just obliterated. So
Oh my
with this
God.
And
+5 life drinker sword, which
Pieces of badger just flying everywhere.
my image is, you know, when you go to like a butcher to get a side of meat or whatever, they have that big cleaver and it just goes cuts the meat. So I'm just picturing you just take the longsword and go and the badger just goes down the middle, or it's just two clean halves.
You just got a
of
cross
badger.
section of the bones.
Yeah,
and
you
shit.
just got a cross section of the bones
Oh,
and badger, and
man.
it immediately just goes and just stops moving immediately.
Might as well cut yourself off a steak.
Badger steak.
Badger.
Steak.
This is how we do it. Okay.
This is how we do it.
Monday
This
night.
is how it's done.
This is how
Okay.
it's done. This is how we do it.
Here we go.
194. Okay. Oh my god. Let's see. I gotta see what
Oh
life
my god, he
drinking
brought
does
it
as well.
again?
He does.
Yeah, so when you use
Brittle
the
rod.
rod as a weapon, you have the opportunity to activate it.
It's a
And
new one.
what do you think he's gonna do?
Oh, look at that low
Two.
roll.
Oh, that is nice though.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Only a 2.
I am concerned.
Oh, you should
Rain,
be.
why didn't you supervise him?
Well, it was all because of the
Nobody's
badger.
nobody's supervising
By
Sturge.
himself.
Nobody's
Supervising
supervising Sturge.
Paid man.
Okay.
I was so
Rampaging
productive
through
today.
the town. Someone stop him.
I would have been fine
194.
if there wasn't a badger.
194 is a new one. Let's see.
Boy, is Sturge going to jail
Not-
tonight? Is that happening?
Okay, so
Not like it gets the right babysitting service.
okay, so you come down on the badger, and as it strikes, it cuts the badger cleanly in half. And as it does so, there is this bright burst of electrical energy that just jolts through the sword into the badger, like and just completely, what's the word? Like cauterizing everything about it. Like lots of its hair starts like sticking up on end and then just turning black as it fries. And it takes 4d10 plus 20 electric damage on top of whatever you dealt previously. So it's just like, and there's just this
Now your
smoking
steak is
pile
overcooked.
of 2 halves of badger. And so you could probably eat it as is. It's been cooked so thoroughly.
Badger jerky.
You ever cooked a hot dog with electricity?
No.
No.
This is a science experiment you can do.
Okay. At least it warmed up Nimrod.
So, yep.
So that lady was impressed that I saved her.
she sees that happen and she's just is like she just keeps running.
Your eyes are like wide open, like I did a good job.
Not
I'm
stopping.
teaching my
she
parrot.
just keeps going.
I'm teaching my
Probably.
parrot.
Where can I get a sweater? Where can I get a parrot sweater? Duh. Where can I get a parrot sweater?
Someone call the police. This man is crazy.
Oh my god.
I assume the grass is all burnt around the circle around me.
Sturge.
Can we just get a rest bingo? Like, can we get a few more arrests?
Oh man.
What are your level 4 insanity?
Did I
Is
make
he
it?
at 4?
He's at 4.
Of course he is. He just took like 12.
Oh my god.
So is this gonna be like suddenly the party has to turn on Sturge just to get the rod out of his hand?
It could be.
Wait, did that have to happen? Did we have to jump him and get him to unconsciousness before we could
So
take the rod?
this is at least
Multiple times, I think.
Yeah, I think it's happened to Rain
Okay.
once. It's happened to Sturge at least once.
Time to jump Sturge.
So what are your level 4 symptoms?
I don't know where I put that page. Oh, here it is.
I'm hallucinating.
So you're starting to hallucinate. And
More badgers.
My peripheral vision, I'm starting to see like badgers and things. And I'm also rocking back and forth while I'm sitting.
Oh, honey.
None of you guys are around to see this, but this is happening.
Well, when we see him again, we'll be like, oh, fuck.
If we see him
and
again.
I'm gonna just take a
See
quick
him
look
again.
at what the human interaction. Let's see, rod mechanics.
Did anyone see that?
Level 4. Okay, while in possession, you're in possession. You clutch it to your chest tightly, and are quick to be angered.
I was literally. I took a second to like process that.
What did you think I said?
I thought he was about to say testicles.
Like,
Yeah,
oh.
testicles.
You clutch your testicles close to you.
I'll have to watch what I said. I don't know what I said, but no, you clutch it to your chest tightly and are quick to be angered if anyone even jokes about taking it, let alone actually try to do so. You suspect everyone except for close friends, relatives, and companions of trying to take the rod away from you. And even they aren't to be trusted 100%. You lose sight of long-term goals and quests, only following your friends for extra protection. You delight in using it and rarely care about the consequences. You have a 30% chance to use it on those who you find unlikable, as written in level 2. So for each day you don't use it, it increases by 5%. And duped to paranoia, the people that you deem unlikable increases as well. So if anybody just approaches you unexpectedly or surprises you, you fear and dislike them and will probably use the rod on them. So this is bad for you if you're in a public situation, such as a market or the public.
Such as now.
Where you are right now.
Dude, level 4 is a fast track to the end.
Yes, level 4. Once you get to level 4, it's like a downward roller coaster spiral.
Oh my god.
So yeah. So right now you're starting to see things out of the corner of your eye, Sturge. You're hearing like this whooshing sound all around you, like whispers in your ear, and you're just like starting to breathe heavily. Like there's people around you, Sturge. They're trying to get the rod. Here they come. That man over there with the sword, he's looking at you real funny.
I run away.
You run. I want you to make a...
Does the crabgrass grab me?
Huh?
Is the grass still there to grab me, though?
Well, the
grass wants the rod.
The grass wants the rod.
Just out the corner of your eye, you see a badger made of grass who wants the rod.
Oh my god.
That makes sense, actually. God. Hallucinations, yeah. Badger made of grass. Okay, so there is currently a badger made of grass chasing you.
And he wants the rod.
And he wants the rod. So you're running away from it. So out of character, the way grab grass works is it only tries to grab you if you're prone. I mean, it tries to grab you elsewise, but you can easily just walk through it. But if you fall down, then it really wraps you up. So as long as you don't fall prone on it like that woman did, you're fine.
Right. I'm sure there's a bear circle around me after what just happened.
Bear circle? What's a bear circle?
Not bears, but the grass is burned away on the ground.
Oh, I see.
Around me.
I see. Yeah.
What just happened?
It's a sea bear.
Yeah. It's like a bear circle. Like I've heard of like fairy circles. I'm not sure what a bear circle is.
It's like teddy bears dancing around you.
You draw a circle around you, and the bears can't come in.
The bears come out. Yeah.
Okay.
Clearly.
We're gonna just let me see. Just roll a general intelligence check to see if you can find your way out of this populous area without, without running into someone. All right, that's not too bad. Let's see, total 27. Okay, so paranoid and hallucinating and breathing heavily, seeing things out of the corner of your vision. You're smart enough to know it's just like, okay, if I go this way and down this alley, nobody will see me. They won't be able to get me. And you start going down certain alleys, and you are able to avoid people as you make your way away from the crowded area that you're in now, and more towards a suburban, less populous area. Where you go from there, we'll find out later. We'll put a pin in that for now. Okay.
Meanwhile, John's reading a book.
Yeah, meanwhile, John's... All right,
it just pans back to him.
Guys.
Okay, so Rain, at this
having
point,
a nice cup of tea and
it's so calm.
At this point, Rain, you've got the ritual book for remove affliction. You've got a endless breadsticks quiver, I guess we'll call it now. Quiver of endless.
I
breadsticks.
eat a lot of bread on the way back.
It's like, this is great. They're always just like hot right out of the oven, tasting
Nice.
Perfectly buttery.
perfectly buttery. Yeah, they're
It's like a
they're
Never
not.
burned.
Unfortunately, they're not flavored with anything other than just the butter. There's not like a garlic version or anything. You can add that yourself though if
That
you have
is
it.
disappointing.
That's disappointing, I know, but that's but yeah. So maybe you can recommend that to her later.
Yeah, I'm gonna come out and
Can
be
you make
like, I have.
can you make like a garlic bread version
It's
of
still
this?
the coolest thing. I have notes.
So, but yeah, so you got all that stuff. Are you heading back to the steam closet where Beni is?
I am, yes.
Okay. All right, so it's getting later in the evening at this point. We'll say like probably 7, 8 o'clock, near to when the date may or may not happen. I don't know. But we'll just handle Rain's situation for the time being. So you go in up to Benny's room. So take it away.
Yep. And I'm like, Beni,
Yes?
I got you the book and also Endless Bread.
Excellent.
I think it actually is endless because I've eaten a lot.
Aha.
There's just more bread all the time.
Doesn't stop.
Uh-huh.
Just more bread all the time.
Can we insert like, oh, bread makes you fat joke here?
It's like bread makes you fat.
Rain
Bread makes you fat.
gains
Bread makes you
weight.
fat.
Bread makes you
Benny,
fat?
Benny likes bread too, but Benny's also a little suspicious.
Oh yeah, I bought it from the same magic shop I got your book at.
Ah.
It was a great deal.
Well, show Benny, we can take a look. At least give Benny one breadstick.
I just barged in. I got the basket of bread and I got the book.
Okay.
All right, let's do
Got
that.
your bread.
All right.
Red party.
Okay, so you give him the book, Benny. You look it over, and it does seem to be the proper remove affliction ritual in all its arcane instruction.
Okay.
So yeah, but it's another thing that you got to kind of pile onto your to-do list.
Yeah.
At this point, you've been reading for most of the afternoon, correct?
Yes.
So, if you've spent, I believe, 8 hours.
Yeah, it's 8 hours to learn it.
Yeah, so I think it's been 8 hours. You spent all of this pretty much this whole day reading. So you now have access to the locate creature ritual.
Okay.
Yes.
So you can write that in your character sheet as one of your rituals that you know.
Okay.
And now you have an unlearned remove affliction ritual.
Yeah.
So when you decide to learn that is up to you.
Okay.
But in the meantime, you take a bite of one of the breadstick. You eat a breadstick.
Yes.
It's as far as your tastes are concerned. I mean, it's up to you how you want to take it. But my thoughts on the matter is it's hot, it's fresh, but I mean, it's nothing to write home about. It's a breadstick. It's a buttery breadstick.
It's real good bread, right?
Yes.
Wonder bread.
Yes. So, okay.
But if Benny took a look at this interesting item that made it, Benny might be able to improve the recipe.
Yes. There's better bread.
Interesting. There's better bread.
Bread gets better.
There's better bread.
Well, Benny has enchant weapon and stuff. So
Yeah.
Benny could possibly improve.
Enchant bread.
Yeah. Your best guess, just on a once, looking over it, is it does seem to be a simplified version of the ritual used to create the basket of endless provisions.
Benny actually has one of those endless provisions items.
Yeah. So, but
Well, now you have one that's only for bread.
there is a little bit of a twist on the. No pun intended. There's a little twist on the breadsticks. No pun. I just realized it as I was saying it. It's like there's a little bit of a twist on the breadsticks. I'm like, oh, that's not what I mean. That's The enchantment seems
They're
to
gluten free.
produce more than the basket of endless provisions. So,
Interesting.
Like a considerable amount more. It's very limited in what it makes, but it makes a lot of it. So,
Okay.
where
Good to
I think
know we
the
won't
basket of endless
starve.
provisions provides food for X number of characters per day or something,
Yeah.
and this is like 5 times that. But it's all breadsticks.
It's only breadsticks.
There's no limit to the bread that I have found.
I'm glad to know we can feed any poor we find on our adventure. Here's some bread.
Yeah, we just need a quiver of endless fish and we're good to go.
It's very unique.
This
You've
is
never
very-
seen this kind of enchantment before. So,
Okay.
I mean, you
So-
determine what it is because you're so good with arcane stuff, but it is
Yeah.
very unique. It's just like, oh, never thought about doing that.
Yeah.
Because why would you?
True.
Why bread? Why not pudding?
Messy. Just endless pudding. You dump it out.
Don't you have like a tankard of endless pudding or mayonnaise or something? Or...
No, I think that was. I think you're thinking of Critical Role. Somebody has like an item that makes any kind of solution.
That was on Critical Role. It was. And they get real gross with it.
Okay, it is 9 o'clock, so we'll put a pin in it for tonight. I think where we'll pick up is maybe with whatever Jaez is doing, with maybe going on this date, maybe not. What do you think? Do you think Jaez will try and meet up with Christine at 8 o'clock, or just like, nah?
No, I think he would try. He'd be like, you know what? I don't have any more leads, and I'm not doing anything, and I'm still pissed off at Sturge, so I'm gonna go see if I
Okay.
can get more leads. He doesn't understand that that she wants a date. He has no idea.
Really? Not at all? Is Jaez
But
like that
he's-
aloof?
yeah.
I thought Jaez was at
Roll
least a
one.
little bit.
He
might-
rolled a 1 on inside.
Oh,
That's
So
true.
he's thinking she's just like, oh, I get off at 8, and he's like, oh yeah, I can ask more questions
Very
because you're
helpful.
busy right now. That makes sense. Okay,
Got it,
I
got it.
got you, ma'am.
Endless
So
beard.
yeah,
maybe some details
had
she couldn't say in front of her boss.
maximum charisma, but that insight be lacking, which is why he has no idea about anything. But
Okay.
he has no idea about Callista. He's like, I don't know.
Got it. Okay, so just to clarify, what we'll pick up next time is Jaez, or no, I won't say Jaez. I'll say, what was it? Handsome.
Corvide Dermer.
No.
Isaiah Mustafa.
I was gonna say like a handsome black sailor man. That's.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like calling him handsome black sailor man.
the Old Spice man.
The Old Spice man. Okay, so we'll pick up there. And probably after that, I'm assuming it'll just be everybody will go to sleep and then a fresh morning start. And in the morning, there's a number of things to be considered. So, you know
Notably.
that the Coatls, Mikuihua's egg probably would hatch in 24 hours. So sometime in the next day, that'll hatch.
Thank God it's in the shared
golden
pouch,
dog,
so he won't.
the golden dog will make port, but probably Sturge has forgotten all about that at this point.
He doesn't let us know anything, so we don't even know about that.
Yeah, you guys have no
No, I
idea what
feel-
Sturge is
I
doing and
feel
where he
like
is.
we're gonna be using that shiny new locate creature spell.
Where is Sturge? Oh God.
Or Nimrod's sane. You can ask him.
Yeah, ask Nimrod.
He only knows
Do
one
I have a
phrase.
sending stone to Nimrod?
No.
But can
You
we
can-
get
I just hope it doesn't turn out like the goat.
Around his neck like a mini sending stone in the
The last time this happened the exact same way. Sturge gained a goat with a flaming sword in its mouth as a follower,
I know.
then went insane and killed it.
I'm
really
scared.
hope this doesn't happen to
Oh, don't
Nimrod.
kill Nimrod!
I can't help it if it happens. If he looks
Wait,
at me
oh,
that
man.
way.
Wait, where does
Nimrod
Nimrod
looks
fall
at
in the
him,
friendship
he just
category?
pulls him off his shoulder and just
Oh my God, no!
He's after the rod.
Wait, where does Nimrod
No.
fall in his friendship and trust category? Because he's so brand new.
We will roll for that when the time comes. Next time on
Baby.
Insanity Incorporated.
Oh no.
Okay.
It can happen.
Oh, but yeah. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, there's the coatl egg, which, good lord, if it hatches and when you're in this state, I don't even want to think about it.
What's in the share bag?
That's what I was saying. I'm glad it's in the shared
Oh, it is
pouch.
in the share bag. That's true.
Yeah.
You
And
can,
there was
maybe-
something
you
else.
can
Oh
always
yes.
put a sending stone in the shared bag to
And-
contact me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
One that we have a pair to.
Mm.
it hasn't been mentioned in this session, but just a reminder. Last time when Lloyd and Vega went to talk to Professor Ovon, he mentioned that one Sir Weston, a member of the Gryphonaut Knights, would frequently come to pick up a shipment of potions and bring it back to the front lines, and he was due to pick up the next shipment tomorrow morning as well. So there's 3 things going on tomorrow that are kind of important. So if anybody wants to talk to Sir Weston, that would happen tomorrow. If Sturge gets cured and wants to go to the ship, that's tomorrow. The golden dog and the coatl egg hatching as well. So those 3 things.
Not to retcon anything, but would Jaez had been told about Weston or
You
while
didn't
he was
ask.
at?
The person who knew about that was Professor Ovon, and you weren't talking to him. You were talking
okay.
to.
We're avoiding him
Well,
purposefully.
yeah.
Yeah.
Felix didn't
Okay,
want
I just
you.
want-
He didn't want to bother the professor. Like he didn't want to bother the dean because the dean is like
'Cause-
frustrated and gets mad at him constantly recently because he's so
Yeah.
stressed out. And he's just like,
'cause
can
I
we
was
please
thinking 'cause he
just
was
not
asking
not
me.
bother? I'll let you in. You can look around, but just don't bother the dean, please. That's what Felix was saying, and you were like, yeah,
so
sure.
So even when he asked them, was there anybody that these 3 hung out with or talked to a lot or anything, that wouldn't have come up. Like Christina or what her name would have known
right.
that.
That's a very big possibility.
Or even the guy that
You
let
know what?
him in
Yes.
wouldn't have known that.
She would, in her time, Christine's been there for a while. She would definitely know about Sir Weston and the deliveries because she's a part of them. So, yeah. Yes, that is something you would have picked up. Retconning it a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't think about that at the time, but yes, that is something Christine
Like-
would know about. It's like
Okay.
oh, yeah, they talked with this knight who would occasionally come by to pick up supplies as well. And then based
Okay,
on
Wes-
that, she wouldn't know the schedule of the deliveries. However, Felix is high enough up on the chain that he would know that the next one is tomorrow. So yeah, you would have been able to
Guy's
piece that
name was-
together. So yes, you are.
Alright.
So Jaez is also aware of that, as well as Lloyd.
Okay, Weston was the guy's
Sir
name?
Weston, yeah, Sir Weston.
Sir Weston.
Yeah, he's one of the Gryphonaut Knights.
We'll get him nice and talked to next week.
I'm excited to see see Lloyd as handsome black sailor. Like, hello, senpai. Now look.
Oh.
Now look.
Are you gonna flirt
Now
with
look
him?
at yourself. Now back to me. Now look at yourself. Now back to me. You are not.
Now look over there. Now I'm gone because I'm in stealth. Bye. Okay. All right. We'll cut it off there. That's a good stopping point. Okay. Yeah. I think everybody good for next Monday.
Yeah.
What is next Monday? The 17th. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. If anybody wants like a once a week or once a month break or something that's fine as well. Just let me know. But I'm usually
Should
fine
be
for what we're doing. So.
Yeah,
I haven't
I'll
started
be
new
I'll be
job
away
yet.
during Golden Week, but until then, I think I'm okay.
Okay. Great.
Haven't
Can
started
do.
new job yet, but I think Mondays are still okay so far. I get fingerprinting done today, so I'll find out hopefully by the end of this month what's going on.
I'm gonna find out. Am I a felon? No, I'm not. I knew that already.
Wouldn't that be a wild way to find out if you legitimately
really
didn't
would.
know
It
they
would.
were looking for you or something?
Yeah.
Just,
The FBI's
like-
looking for you. He's like, what? Why? What did I do?
Like,
what? Me?
I have some questions. Am I Jaez for real?
NSA is watching me. What?
Am I I wanted for a sec.
Just because of some like one random off comment online somewhere. You use one of those keywords.
She's a national security.
You said the word terrorist. Oh. I love the rods today. The rod effects today were great. I should keep a. Hey, just out of just for shits and giggles, I think Sturge should keep a list of phrases that Nimrod has
knows.
kind of picked up on your character sheet, and I'll try and use them just because it's fun. I'm reminded of Kitty from campaign 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Kitty.
Fun.
This is how it's done.
This is how it's done. This is how we do
Poor
it.
Nimrod. He might not survive the night.
I feel like Nimrod's learning. They want the rod.
Yes.
Pray for
Can that be
Nimrod.
like Can that be a hallucinatory phrase
I
that
might
he might say?
have to kill Nimrod, but
What if Sturge rods Nimrod and it like turns him into like the god of everything parrot?
Maybe he'll turn pink.
makes him
That
a
would be
large
cute.
parrot.
Parrot go. Yeah, it's possible you could have like a parrot with a fox tail or deer antlers or something like that. Yeah.
Can it be a biblically accurate like parrot god?
That's true. Because I might not necessarily
Biblically
kill
accurate
Nimrod, but I'd rob him.
angel.
Biblically accurate
Parrot
angels. I've
angel.
seen that. It's weird.
So if we're hiking in the woods and we want like a nice soft place to rest, we could just pull the bread out of the sack and make a nice
Yeah.
I mean,
place.
be a little bit
Right,
buttery when
covered
you
in
woke up. But
ants.
you might smell like butter when you wake up. But yeah.
I mean,
That's
that's not
a bad way to
that's
wake
not
up.
a
That sounds
con.
delicious.
I'm just like the ants that we will be covered in.
Seagulls, man, seagulls. Don't
Yeah.
do that on the coast, or you're gonna wake up just covered in bird shit.
Parrots-
Just a
parrots
swarm
like
of
bread,
seagulls. Ducks, maybe. I don't know. All right, I'm out. I gotta
Alright,
get stuff ready
next
for
week.
the fam. So,
All right, y'all. See y'all next week.
yep. Okay.